I'm playing with the emotes, Booker.
You play with the emotes while we're talking.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that. You know? You can just... Jesus, okay. Well, hello everybody, it's that time again, you know, the time where we play a game. Specifically a game called Immortal Odyssey. It's a 2nd edition Scion game that I'm running. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I was just waiting for all the noises to stop. Thank you, Andromeda, for all those things. 17 months. Whoa.
Whoa.
We all know who has the largest streak, though.
Me.
Yep. Technically, the channel itself has the longest streak, but it doesn't count. So
No.
That's such bullshit.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna wait for all of this to stop now. Anybody else got any subscriptions?
How many bits do I have?
They want to get out right now?
I gift a sub.
I give the sub.
Anybody want to get any of those things? No, they're already chipped. I already chipped them.
But that's a look. That's like a.
I chipped nails
Like a
because
look.
I was working with paint and stuff. Anyway, so hello guys, it's that time again where we play a game. We left off with some stuff, and I would love it if the players were to tell me what stuff had happened. For it is rather important to have momentum in this situation. Because you guys are gonna do a fight.
A diplomacy, yes.
A fahit.
A fahit.
Yes.
Diplomacy via fists.
Big stick diplomacy.
Oh yeah, dude.
Bonk.
Okay, so we started. It was 1972, Spanish Harlem.
Vampire the Disco? What?
It's a joke that I don't even know where it's from. I just started saying it. Anyway,
It just sounds good.
yeah, right. What is that now?
Isn't that the starting of like that one musical?
West Side Story.
West Side Story.
No.
West Side Story,
West
yeah.
Side Story is in like the 50s or
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
it's a little bit older than
I
that.
just heard the Bronx in the story, and I was like,
The Bronx isn't even Spanish Harlem.
No, I know. But...
The Bronx is up.
The Bronx is higher up than that.
It's practically Yonkos. Where did we start?
Hot pot.
I have no idea.
Did we do the hot pot last time, or was that 2 weeks ago?
No, we were like we were at the hot pot, and then we debated for a while which to go where first. And we went to
we had a
Russia.
big out of character discussion about what the
Yeah.
fuck.
We did a lot of our out of character discussion, I feel.
And then we went to
Yes.
It was
Russia.
good discussions. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
And we're like, wow, this place is cold, but you look at the water.
yeah.
This kind of nasty.
Jay had a vision. Jay did his thing where he looks into the past and kind of got like a vague idea of what happened. Russian Hercules was a dick.
Hercules.
And got a bunch of people killed.
How did he get a bunch of people killed though?
So essentially
Flooding.
he diverted this water from a dam to basically go towards this town. And there was a dude who's like, "Hey, can you not do that?" And he's like, "Fuck you."
It was more like, please don't, everyone will die. And then he was like,
And then he pulled the lever anyway, and a bunch of people died. And the dude who was very upset told the story to some other guy that came back after a vacation or a work trip or something.
A work trip.
And then he literally walked into the water and killed himself.
Thumbs in his
Yeah.
pockets.
It's like the end of the awakening.
Yeah.
Good times.
And then time passed, and over time, the water became very toxic because of the copper mines.
Copper, and then it wasn't Edward,
I
right?
done got bit by a copperhead and died.
It was Edward.
It was.
That was the
Edward.
survivor.
Edward.
Edward, though.
Put up a little shotgun shack on the side of the lake, and I guess waited for his wife to resurface.
And then
Yeah.
eventually he died.
Eventually died
Yeah, and
of
as
a
you can
broken heart at
expect.
old age.
She did not resurface.
Spoiler
Thumbs in the
alert.
pockets.
Yeah,
Like
sorry about
Virginia
that
Woolf. But yeah, so that all had happened, and we look at the dam.
At Hot
Yeah.
Well, no, when Jay had the vision, that we were already traveling towards there.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we were standing at the river, like near this dam, and we are like, okay, what happened?
We did a
and
lot
while
of
we were
dam
talking about it.
contemplation.
Jay was looking into the past.
Jay had like a "That's So Raven" moment, and
Yeah.
like while we're all just yelling,
Jay
Jay's
didn't
like-
inadvertently cause it by the end.
Well,
But
we knew to go to the dam after that.
And
Yeah,
then
we
we
go
were
to-
like, how do we fix it?
we go to the
He was
dam.
like, I got my stomping shoes.
Yeah, I got my stomping shoes,
got
but
these big old boots.
Kiva did a funny little inspect and found a symbol carved into the stone that was like the tooth of God, like the mother of Titans, and the Lady of the Black Water. Yes, who I don't remember her funny Irish name.
I don't
I
either.
will tell you, it is Domnu.
But she's a little bit of a baddie.
She's a little nasty. Somebody put it up there with her blessing or in her honor or some bullshit. And we determined we decided it was probably like, oh, the fairies wanted to cause chaos and promised that, hey, there's gonna be water and fun stuff for all your little fairy friends. Haha. Yeah, imagine all the dark, fun, unseelie things can happen.
So come on down to the nasty stink waters.
Come on
we
down
got
to
lots
Russia
Russia.
splash.
It wasn't even nasty
taking
stink
a
water.
bath.
So either Hercules tricked her and was like, "Mwah, the copper is going to poison the water. I
Well,
win."
It didn't trick. They didn't trick the god itself. We find out that once we get into Ghost Town, we find out from the pixies that they're like, you broke our deal.
Yeah.
We had a deal.
They were like,
That's
we
right.
had a deal.
Yeah, you guys found that the Hercules tricked them.
Yeah,
essentially.
Hercules either tricked them or was too dumb to realize that copper poison was a thing.
And so instead they decided to be like, okay, Ghost Town, we're purgatory now.
This is ours.
Kiva did a kick on a wall and knock it all down.
It was badass.
We walked down by the river to the
lake.
funny lake.
Funny Ghost Town.
Funny
You
ghost
see
town.
It was a nasty looking lake.
It was a nasty place.
And Jay was like, by the power of my dad, who works at Nintendo, I'll take the water out.
Sorry, his daddy who works at Nintendo.
Both. It could be dad plus daddy. Anyway, two separate.
No,
people.
Julian.
Two separate
TOS.
people. But yeah, he basically used the sword birthright that he has to.
It was pretty badass.
Basically remove the water from the lake because he's like, you can't go in there, it's poisoned.
Control X, Control
then
V.
Poisoned everything in a 2-mile radius.
It was probably already poisoned. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It was coming down anyway.
It'll
but
get
yeah,
fixed.
You did a funny splash.
Titan.
The water go. The gross town got all barnacles in it. But we go down anyway, and there's a bunch of ghosts walking about. And then we talk to a lady whose name is not important.
She
What was her name?
Eveline.
Eveline, yes. She was the wife of Edward. And she was sorry, go ahead.
She didn't resurface because she
did
turned
not.
into a ghost.
We were like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm waiting for my husband. And we were like, yikes, who's gonna tell her?
Yikes, bikes.
Kiva was the one to tell her that
And
she's fucking
Kiva,
dead.
yeah, Kiva broke it to her gently, like, hey, honey, you're actually dead,
Fucking dead.
and so is your husband. And she was like,
but he didn't die violently.
Everybody's fucking dead.
you're all dead. And
I just shook her and slapped her a couple of times.
And then we heard
the
the ghost of the flood rush down to reset purgatory, but instead it brought the pixies.
Yep.
Yeah. And they come out of the ground and they go, "What's the big idea?"
Right, what's all this then? And they got all British or whatever. I don't know what the fuck they are.
And we were trying to be nice, and we were trying to be like, look, we can explain. And the pixies are like, no, death before dishonor. And that's where we're at right now.
Pretty much.
Andromeda said this is a very chaotic recap.
I mean,
and that there's a
Thank
lot
you,
to and
thank
that there's a
you.
lot to unpack here.
I worked a full shift that I did not expect to have today, so that's where I'm at right now.
Oh, that's the worst. Let's give you guys that 4 momentum. Remember that we have character sheets now that you can utilize if you'd like. And on those
Sure.
character sheets have a little momentum thingy-majigger that you can keep track of.
Oh yeah, I forgot I have a character sheet here now.
You don't have to use it. You can still refer back to your regular character sheet stuff, but you know it's there
If you want.
for you to use. And so this is going to be the first time in a long time that we have done a battle.
About two.
A
Whoa.
battle.
A battle. A babble.
A babble. So forgive me if it's a bit rough around the edges again, because it's been a hot minute since you guys are playing the pacifist run on Undertale.
So we've killed a freaking funny snake thing.
Yeah, and you killed Narcissus.
Yeah, we killed a sentient.
That's it. That's pretty much it. I mean, technically, like, there's been a montage of Wily killing many, many animals.
Right, but also Jay killed a sentient.
That's because I knew
How do you feel
meta-wise
about that?
I knew meta-wise that I couldn't talk my way out of that.
Yeah, but you know, Wiley didn't get any XP from all those kills. 'Cause they
Yeah,
were
so
cutscene.
Didn't count.
So it doesn't count. It's okay. It's totally fine. So what we need to do is, I hope you guys can see the thingy right over here. The attack
thingy?
resolution right
Right.
over here that kind of just explains how to do the attack stuff. I could move us back over to the actual, like, attack thing if we need to look at the stunts and stuff like that, if you feel more comfortable, because this is, like, this is all, like, you're so close that we don't necessarily need the map, or we don't necessarily need the map unless you're going to be, like, doing some crazy zone shit right now. Couple of things. I put the range table down right here, right? So you can know whether or not you are within close, short, or medium distance. Everything is in meters. So, yeah, everything's in meters.
so good with that. Good luck with that one, fuckos.
Well, 2 meters is close. So, you know, within 1 square, right? And then, once you get down to 30 meters, you're reaching the edge of short distance. But I don't anticipate anybody getting farther than that, but you can kind of see how far that goes.
Maybe Wiley wants to do a backflip on top of one of the roofs.
Do a backflip.
I mean,
Shoot
you
at
guys
the same
can
time.
you guys can do kind of whatever.
So 3 squares is close range.
I would say that was just to kind of give you the idea of the different ones. It's not actually sized correctly, because
It's close range is adjacent, basically.
close range is
On the
basically
grid.
next to each other. And then you have short range, which is within 3 to 30 meters. So that is about 10 squares away, if I believe correctly.
So this is all close. Oh, come on.
30 meters is 15 squares away. So basically, the ghost that's right here, like, the ghost is right in front of you. That's close. Every other creature right here, they're all within short range. And then if you want to go beyond that short range, then you're going into medium, long, extreme. I wanted to see how it would work if we had a map. It's supposed to be theater of the mind usually.
Right.
Um,
So close range, we're saying, is within 2 squares of us, basically.
yeah, 0
Okay.
to 2 meters. So basically, they have to be right next to you.
Oh,
I
so
just-
so not within 2 squares. We have to be literally physically next to them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but we are able to move between each range increment on your turn.
Yes,
right?
you can. So
Okay, so
that-
we don't
so-
need to worry about
so-
tracking.
So there
movement.
is no. So there is no, like, running distance, right? You can
Right.
move between zones, basically. So
Be fast as fuck.
theoretically, you can move from close range to short range. So you can move up to 30 meters in a single turn. And then if you're in short range to medium range, theoretically you can run up to 100 meters within a turn. Like, it's it's a very negligible kind of number, right? But you can essentially move between zones in a single turn. Okay?
Yeah.
So let's talk about so initiative is our best combat related skill plus cunning.
Sweet.
And Julian, you can roll as Jay's best.
Oh, I'm rolling? Okay.
Well, because you have Li Bao there.
Oh, okay, but I always thought you controlled him.
I mean, you tell me what you want him to do. He's
Okay.
your follower, right?
Sure.
And it'll give you something to do.
Sure.
Is there a button?
No, there's no initiative button. You need to
button.
select your best combat skill,
Okay.
which is close combat, firearms. That's it.
2 successes.
That's it.
It's it's with anything or
It says
Can we take it back? Look at Wiley's roll. 9
Cunning.
fucking successes.
it's your
With
best
cunning,
combat with cunning.
damn.
I mean, my close combat's maxed out, but I don't have any. I have.
My close combat's
I have-
max.
I mean, I have 3 dots in cunning, so it's not terrible, but.
Nice.
Okay, and then where is my thing? There it is. Cool. What are these little shits initiative? Oh, cool. Cool, cool,
I
cool.
have to like relook at what Li Bao even has.
This is cool. I didn't expect that, but that's fine, you know. Alright,
What?
so
We have the same initiative roll.
I need a scrap paper. Why don't I have scrap paper? Alright, gotta keep track of this sort of shit, you know? Using pens and pencils or whatever. Okay, so the way that initiative works, right, is it's a slot. It's either a PC slot or an enemy slot, right? So going down in order, we have a PC slot, an enemy. How many dice did you roll, Bar? You rolled 8.
8.
We'll go PC slot, enemy slot, and then PC and PC. Right? So you guys can go on any of the PC slots. And that's how initiative rolls. So you can determine whether or not you want to go at a different time. So you may want to go first because you want to do some sort of opening gambit, right? So you may say, let me go first, guys. And then you may choose to go later the next round. So it's very adjustable, modular, if you will. So once again, we have a PC slot, enemy slot, PC. So 2 people can go first, then the enemy goes, and then 2 people can go second, and we'll just kind of rotate that way. That's how the combat will go.
I would like to go relatively first because I want to use my funny horn to go burr and imbue a character and the characters in close range of them with fear. It's called it's irresistible impulse, but it's acting as if I had passions, fear.
So you'd be looking to move first, right?
Sure.
And then move first to close range, and then you'd go burr.
No. The ability is range is medium, and it's anything from the point of target in close range to it.
Oh, so the closest you can go is close. The farthest you can go is medium. Right?
Yes.
Okay. And how many targets can it do?
So, if I hit one target, it's anything within close range of that target.
Oh, so these guys are in a perfect situation for you to do a burr at. And fear, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you would like to go first, unless anybody else has any
I'm fine with that.
objecciones.
No, go for
What
it.
about you, Micah?
The light has an objection, apparently.
Objecciones. So you can just do something like that, if you would like.
Yes.
Go for it.
Here, go burr.
So is it just are you just gonna roll it? Tell me what I need to.
You go.
I'm reading
"Awooga."
over Irresistible Impulse. I'm reading. It basically says with Irresistible Impulse, the target takes +3 difficulty when they take an action that the story guide deems that is directly contrary to the emotion.
So
And
okay, all right, I got it. And
other
then,
characters gain a plus an enhancement of 3 on rolls to attack the emotion.
and then take it, and then essentially take advantage of the emotion. So you'd be giving them a condition, afraid, and then that condition is something that you can say, well, I'm going to use their afraid condition against them. So this is kind of how this would work, guys. So Var is going to give them a condition, fear, or afraid, and then you, as the players, can say, all right, they have the condition afraid. I would like to use that condition against them. And then you can essentially be getting enhancements, or there are other things that will like say, okay, I want to enhance that fear even more, or I want to do some sort of skill roll to make them run away because they're already afraid.
Is it like a one and done? Like each fairy clump has one fear that you can cash in, or is it just like
It's a condition that lasts a certain amount of time. Is
Okay.
there a versus roll, Var, or is it just a thing that happens?
It is just a thing that happens.
Okay, so that means that they are going to have the fear, and basically, I would probably at the end of the round, I'll try and see if they can be unfeared.
This condition can be resolved by taking a significant action with the potential for consequences that is motivated by that emotion.
Okay. So if they run away, then the fear will go away because they've ran
Right.
away. So I get it. So you got to get up to them.
How close?
Well, I mean, you don't actually, because again, it's from close to medium. So which group of fairies are you going to go for?
I want these 3.
Okay, so the trio of fairies that are right there are going to get brunt at. So do you want to describe it?
Sure.
I want to know how you would describe the noise that's coming out of this horn that would make them afraid.
Well, you see the actual horn has been described as like demonic with a mix of like screaming.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
It's just the sound of hell.
just an air horn?
It's just a funny horn. It's also funny because Johnny just pulls out the horn that he got for Christmas and just two-hands it because it's a bulky horn now for some reason.
Double fisting this toot toot.
It is a big toot and he just blows it, and it's nearly ear-piercing to the people who are around him. And like the ground starts to rumble itself and probably like knock some algae off of the roofs.
So it's probably
and it's just like a sound wave going towards those 3.
It's probably a good thing that you guys are next to Johnny and not in front of him, because you very well may have been a scared as well to this devastating brown note that's just bass dropping its way to these fairies who end up vibrating in the air because the sound waves are so strong.
Christ.
And they are now. I had their little emotes as angry. Let's find a scared one. Woo! These emotes are so cute. I can't.
They are cute.
Oh!
People can't see.
No, I do not have a battle map. We don't have a battle map for Immortal Odyssey.
I can make one if you want in the future.
In the future, maybe if this works, because if it doesn't work, then.
Also, do we have battle music?
No, I still have the Christmas music though.
I still have Christmas music.
Perfect.
Just put the drum beat on a loop.
Let's just who has the best battle music?
Wiley.
Wiley does technically. It's all. Nope. That's not it.
You mosey on out of here with your laugh.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
Never mind.
Nope.
Wiley doesn't have anything upbeat.
It's Penny's. Penny's theme.
It's Penny's song is the one that's the drums, so
Yeah.
we'll go ahead.
Oh yeah.
We'll go ahead and find that one. Really here. Let's go with.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's the only one we have.
I'll fix that later. I'll fix that later. I'm sorry. My apologies. This is a country throwdown. So now they're afraid. So you've done your action. You didn't need to roll for it, and you can move if you would like. But if you don't want to move, you're totally fine to stay where you are, and that could be the end of your turn.
Can I spend my movement to put away the horn?
Sure. You're just
Okay.
like,
Don't want to lose this.
and then just put it in hammer space somewhere.
No, he just ties it back onto his belt.
Like on my honk turned your light off.
All right.
Like his actual belt, not his tail that he's been using a belt. He just puts it in the belt loop.
Nice. Okay, so we have another PC's turn.
Me or you?
I forgot it's only us. I'm just going with the drums.
Yeah, there's only like a few of you guys.
Yeah.
Now, big thing is you do have followers, so you can command your followers to help.
Yes.
This is not Penny in the background with just a set of drums, just like.
Right.
I mean, it could be.
It could be, if you want it to be.
I'm gonna, for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna leave them out of it unless I want to use their knack.
Yeah.
But they'll be swatting flies in the background, just
Sure.
like Noelle. Just like Noelle used to do.
Sweet baby.
He's fine. When I fight outnumbered, I do not take any penalties or increased difficulty that being outnumbered would cause.
Technically, you guys are outnumbered by 1.
I mean, if they're swarms.
You're still outnumbered by 1 token.
Oh, okay, fine.
You're
what if it was
outnumbered by 1. You're,
very big.
you're
token.
technically outnumbered. I'm just saying.
I know.
I agree.
You would be outnumbered by 2
Oh.
because you don't count Lee Bao in that.
Oh, because he's a normie.
Yeah, I would not count him.
He's a normie.
When fighting a greater force is a feat of scale, no.
I mean, I know what I want to do. If you don't know,
No, I'm just double checking now. I gain half my legend. I'm assuming total legend or current legend.
Half your
Half your legend
half-
round up as an enhancement to all attacks, as long as there are more opponents present than you and your band.
total.
Total.
One.
Okay, so I would get 1 legend, or I would get 1 enhancement to all of my attacks as long as we're still outnumbered.
Yeah.
I'll say fuck it. I'll just run up then. I might as well before one of them dies.
Kick him in the face.
I'm just gonna go right to one of the ones that are on the outskirts, not the ones that were afeared.
Yeah.
Just so that there's more kind of potential to screw around with them later. And I'm just gonna push it.
push.
So
I'm gonna do a close combat with my boots.
okay, so make an attack roll and total your successes, adding your enhancements to the total. So so you're gonna use close combat plus
Might. And do I get my enhancement for my specialty in close combat, which is fighting dirty? Does kicking just count as fighting dirty?
Okay, how would you describe fighting dirty when you're faced against a swarm of butterflies?
Yeah, you're right. I could probably justify it if I went against the ones who just got fucking stun locked because they can't fight back right now.
well, you could also say instead of just kicking, like kind of doing a roundhouse kick, you're actively trying to stomp at them.
Or sling mud at their eyes.
I can't use my boots to sling mud in their eyes.
You kick dirt.
I won't do the specialty. I feel like fighting dirty mostly is going to happen to things that aren't an inch
Humanoid?
tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only way that I would say that it would be dirty is if you took a running leap and then tried to just...
Yeah, just crush them like Mario.
Oh my god.
Cool. Yeah, so that's just going to be a normal ass attack roll. Fuck me.
Okay, so you are going up against their defense, which their defense is a 3. So that is going to be a miss.
Okay, so because I got a 2 with my enhancement.
Yeah.
It's hard to kick a swarm.
It's hard to kick a swarm, technically. So I would say everybody add 1 to the momentum pool.
Hey.
As we've gotten a miss. So this is technically a fail, so...
Failing forward.
Well, the idea is that as you progress through the game, you should be using the momentum more, because as you continuously fail, you're more inclined to use more of the momentum pool to try and overcome higher defenses.
Mm-hmm.
So, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
So that was your turn. So now it's the fairy's turn.
It's the butterflies.
It's the butterflies. So, these butterflies are gonna stay where they are. The ones that are scared, because they don't want to go closer. Right? But we're gonna bring this one over.
No.
She wants to leave.
Over here, because swarm tactics are a thing. And now you are covered in these motherfuckers.
You're covered in glitter. It's never gonna come out.
It's never gonna come out.
Shiva hates glitter.
Yes. And what they're going to do is they are going to try and... One of them is going to try and curse you.
Bitch.
Curse.
Does
that count as an attack?
This is like a magic skill, so I guess yes.
Okay.
It's like a magic thing that they can do. And they are going to... It's going to be a clash of wills, though, so no worries about that. So you get to roll to defend. But essentially, they're going to start teasing at you, because you already missed them once. They'd be like, ha ha, you can't catch us. We're going to catch you, you know.
Stupid little British shits.
Ugly little bitches.
Yeah, so they're basically going to try and curse you to increase the difficulty that it takes to use your close combat skill.
Bitch. Okay. What
So
do I do?
they're essentially going to try and give you a difficulty. They're going to add the difficulty. So I'm going to roll my primary pool for them, which is going to be a 7 dice pool. And you have to try and give me... It's a clash of wills, so they're trying to curse you. You can give me a dice pool that you're going to try and go up against. How you gonna fight this?
It doesn't say.
No, it doesn't. Clash of Wills means a lot of things.
Oh no.
Clash of Wills can be anything. So if you're like, well, I know that I will not miss the second time because I have resolve. You know, like...
Yeah.
You know, it really is dependent on kind of how you do it. You can be like dumb baby and just say, I don't understand what you're saying because I can't read. And it's just...
Can I use, instead of resolve, well, I don't know how stamina would work in this situation. How about composure?
Yeah, composure would definitely be a strong contender.
I'm gonna gimp myself because I think it works. Composure and integrity, which is not my strongest suit, but I think it makes the most sense.
So I'm going to roll first. How about that?
Okay.
So before you roll, I'll roll first. So
Boy.
did I type it? Did it work?
I think it's thinking.
That's not.
I think hard.
It take a minute for thing happen.
Roll20's been doing this a lot lately, I've noticed.
Thinky.
Yeah, it has been taking a minute to process.
I've done it twice now.
It didn't show up for you at all?
No, it's frozen for me now.
Oh.
No.
I like how Roll20 decides. I'm gonna reload.
Okay.
Hi, Richard.
So the music's gonna start again.
It's okay.
So, what do you guys think about a group of feral hogs swatting at butterflies?
As long as
Little
that
Animal
baby's
Crossing nets.
I honestly think that they're gonna end up smacking themselves.
Yes.
there. And then there'll be Kiva will be like, how did they get all those nets? And then the children
Right.
point at the net factory.
So one of them, one success. So you have to beat one.
35. All right.
You also got a 1.
Yeah, I know. Boop. 1
35.
success.
Okay, 1 success. So it doesn't work, and they get frustrated. You can hear the humming and the beats of the wings. And another one's just going to try and pull at your hair and try and get at you by being terrifying little creatures. Like, you know, like I imagine these ones look like the tooth fairies from Hellboy.
Get fucked.
I
Ew.
was thinking that too, or Pan's Labyrinth.
What's your defense?
Oof.
My defense is 5.
Miss.
Does that mean I have to roll 5?
No.
Because it says defense roll.
Oh, so you can choose. So it's, let's see. So spend successes to overcome the target's defense. The roll is for your defensive action. So if you want to take a defensive action, basically it adds a difficulty to their attempt to hit you.
Got it. If you take the defensive action, you roll those dice to see if you can pad yourself with armor for the round.
That's it. You roll and get defensive stunts, just like you
Fucking
can with action
sick.
stunts. You can only do it once per round, but it's available for you. Yeah. So they miss anyway.
Stupid idiots.
Little tiny babies missing.
Little bitches.
Little bitches trying to get at you guys. Now we have 2 more PC slots, so we have Jay.
We have dog and cat.
We have a dog and a cat. Ready to
Moose
go.
and Squiddle.
You can go, Taylor, because you're the player character in the situation.
Okay. I'm going to, excuse me, sweet son of mine. I need my mouse. I'm going to be using Bolt from the Blue. It's an instant and it affects all enemies in one range band.
So all enemies in one range band, they are all within short range.
Yes.
So you're going to get all 5 icons.
And
yes.
me.
Enemies,
it's a simple action.
enemies.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's a simple action. I call down a bolt of lightning, rolling an attack with the highest power attribute plus occult. It has aggravated, ranged, and shockwave tags. I can use this boon to attack enemies. Okay, that part doesn't matter.
It is gonna hit you
building.
because it has shockwave.
Fun.
So power means the arena of power. So intellect, might, or presence is a power attribute. So your power plus occult.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the brute force attributes. That's what that arena means, right? Or that approach means. So what are you gonna roll?
Presence and occult.
Is there a roll to go against?
No.
So it's just whatever you're rolling. That's your attack roll.
Yep.
Okay.
If it's shockwave, then that affects me as well. So am I defending against a 4?
The shockwave pushes people, right?
Push it. Yes, but it also says it only attacks enemies.
Yeah.
But if it has shockwave and the enemy is right next to me, does that?
No, because it says specifically it specifically says enemies.
It clips past you.
It clips past.
Hell yeah.
The friendly fire isn't on for this one.
Oh, fine.
It should be though.
If you want it to be, we can do that.
I don't care.
Okay, but I mean, a 4 is not going to hit you anyway.
Yeah, right. That's what I was just asking either way. Like,
Yeah.
if shockwave was a special funny thing, or no, it just knocks them back.
It knocks. It do a knockback essentially.
It do a push.
It do a push.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
push
push it.
So you actually hit all of them. No threshold successes, unfortunately.
Damn.
But you do push them back. Does it say how far back you push them? Or as far as the shockwave?
No, it doesn't
tag?
specify.
Let's go to the weapons really quick just to make sure that we are doing that weapon tag correctly, because I want to make sure that you're doing something fucking cool, you know?
Fucking
sick.
Fucking kick ass and whatever. I think it's in the hero book. I have to remember.
I think so.
It's gonna take me a while because I haven't looked at anything.
Fucking sick.
I know it's been a minute since I've looked at the tags.
I can try to see if I can find it in the book.
Wait, hold on. I might have it. I can type shock.
Stop.
This effect hits the target in several range bands around the target. Oh wait, no.
Okay, it's
Yes.
in the origin book.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not in the hero
It's
book.
definitely in the origin book.
Shockwave. The weapon deals shockwave as if it had scale plus. No, what?
This weapon can be used to strike all targets in the same range band. This tag is reserved for weapons at large scale or for magical effects granted by Nax boons and is not typical. Doesn't really say what it do.
So that's it.
That's the
It
shockwave
affects them
because
all
it
in
affects
one
them all
range
in one-
band.
That's why
Yeah,
it's a
I
shockwave.
guess so. Yeah.
Okay, so when you do the lightning strike, the push of that lightning strike push it. It's such a massive lightning strike that it arcs and probably just goes all around and stuff like that. That's the shockwave part of it, is that it affects the entire range band. So
That's like a fucking 7th level spell.
Does the shockwave have like a close medium
Michael.
range tag?
no, it says you pick the range
No.
band.
Oh, okay.
It says can be used to strike all targets in the same range band.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
It's gonna be the close.
So you can decide. I want it within close range because I have enemies all
So you
around
want it within
me.
short,
But
Taylor.
in this case, you want it within
Yeah.
short range because all
Yeah.
of the enemies are within the short range band.
Yeah.
So they don't get pushed; they just all get hit with damage. So
Make a more sense.
with some damage. So let's see. Spend additional successes. The target takes injuries based on the inflict damage stunt. So they all get, if I remember correctly. Again, I have to like double check and look at everything. So
Yeah. No,
please
you're good.
Give me a moment. That was a ranged attack, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so deal injury condition to your target. So you get to deal an injury condition,
Yeah.
which is inflict
did it.
damage. So that means that they all lose 1 hit point
You hurt.
Yeah.
You hurt them.
all at once. They all lose 1. I'm gonna make this color there. No, that's not correct. There we go. So they all lose 1. And I'm just gonna go to each one, and I'm just gonna change all of their little health points there.
For this much.
Well, they all have, yeah. Sorry. So, who's next?
Oh, can I use my movement to dart forward
Yes.
into the short range band?
Yeah, so you can move, basically you want to move in to get close with them? Because...
I imagine cinematically, if the ghost is intangible, he just goes right through it.
Oh god, that probably feels weird for them.
He
Probably.
like calls that bolt of lightning, and then he just goes.
Goes
Wiley
forward.
sneezes as he passes through her.
Achoo!
Achoo.
That's my favorite bit of random ghost lore from the movie Ghost Town. That every time you sneeze randomly, it's because you walked through a ghost.
Alright, so, they still have
I
some
like
hit
it.
points left, though.
Kitty's left.
They do have some hitty points left. So, Kitty turn.
Okay. So I just relooked at his stuff, and he has a perk to his the follower thing, which is Savage, his tag. The follower is especially brutal on attacks meant to harm others physically or emotionally. The follower gains an enhancement +2.
Oh boy.
You're ugly.
So, I mean, you're the one that's playing him, so would he go help Kiva, or would he take the easy kill?
I think Kiva needs help.
Okay, so
The
then...
easiest kill is Johnny right next to him.
So
Excuse you.
can he move that far?
Yeah, he can move with, again, everybody can move within one range band.
Okay, great.
So if you're going from, because they're in short range, you can move into close range with them. Yes.
Okay, cool. And then I will roll with my my leadership up in here.
So it'd be your leadership
and
or
my...
the dot value of the
leadership is higher than his dot value.
Leadership plus whatever attribute.
All right, might, because he is doing a hit.
Whitey.
So that's 7 successes.
7 successes. You are over by tree. 2.
Over by
Get
3.
thresholds, BB.
You have 2 threshold points to use. Now you can use those threshold points for stunts.
Mm-hmm.
For close combat, you can essentially you can just inflict more damage, right? So you can use those threshold successes to essentially inflict more damage.
Sure.
You can... I can move this guy. I can move this here for you guys to look at really quick, but... this is the close combat one right over here, right?
Yeah.
So you can see these stunts down here. Basically, you see that 1 success, 4 success, 2 success, right?
I'm trying. Everything's very blurry on this.
You can zoom in.
It's still blurry when I zoom in, but let me see here.
It might just be taking a moment for you to load.
Maybe.
Because
Okay.
it's fine on my screen.
That's the range table. Thrown attack.
Far left.
Injured. Far left. Okay.
Yeah, right
This is
here.
very-
The farthest west.
Okay. Close. Okay. Okay. Binding, breakup, grapple, critical. So he's how many over?
3.
2.
He's off 2 over?
Wait, sorry.
He got 7.
You got 7. You needed a 4. So
He's
that's
3 over.
Yeah, 3 over.
So 3 over.
No crit.
Math
I
is
wanted
hard.
that crit. I guess I'll just inflict more damage.
Okay.
You could get leap out to do a blood surge and reroll some of those dice.
I know, right? I mean, he still rolled pretty good.
Well,
They're not holding anything.
no, they're just themselves.
So, okay, so I can spend 1 point to stun to do more damage, and I can do another point to shove it away from Kiva.
Well, if you do all the damage, it will die.
Oh, okay, then I'll just do all the damage then. He just
Oh yeah, dude.
eats a butterfly.
So you used 3 stunts to deal damage.
Yes,
basically.
essentially, it basically, if you just reach, if you got 0 successes, you can inflict damage, and then you can choose to spend the additional successes to cause more damage. Or
Well, then what's the point of the critical? Because the critical says you deal 1 more injury.
injury condition?
Oh, condition.
Yeah, so it's an
Or
injury.
like
Not damage.
You can
Oh,
add
there's a difference between
bleed or
damage
something.
and conditions. That's
Yeah,
right.
so
Yeah.
condition. So basically, you can say, I do such instead of spending those 4 points to say do 4 points of damage. You could say, I'm going to spend my 4 successes to break its leg,
Fun.
and then and cause that injury condition, and then now it has the condition broken leg, and then that is something
Right.
that other characters can then take advantage of, or it can prevent it from running away, or doing whatever. So
Got it.
that's kind of how that works. So this, not so much a big deal when you're dealing with creatures that are this small, right? Where, they only have a few health points. But when you're facing things like titans and bigger things like that, like things that are essentially bigger, maybe even a giant train, those are things that you have to consider, like, if we cripple it first, then it will be easier to destroy.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay? So
Okay.
so that is destroyed, and now we're back up the top with a PC slot.
Tell me that he does something like to Wiley because he's the one that got the first kill.
I mean,
I think it would be funny.
it would be funny. I imagine that it would probably be like he just swipes at each one, and maybe like some of them are in like Kiva's hair, like ready to get in there, and he just like kind of bats at it really aggressively,
Like a cat.
and each one just gets splatted.
He's getting his Titanic energies out.
You know, like a butterfly on the fucking windshield.
Maybe a little bit, kind of. It's aggressive, but regardless, there is, broken wings, like, kind of like moth wings and stuff like that, if you will, on the ground that's getting soaked up by the mud. It's kind of like they weren't there.
That's gross.
Ew, maybe he ate one. Maybe he ate one, I don't know.
No.
I don't think he would. I don't think he'd eat a fairy.
He doesn't want to have a glitter tongue.
No. Either way.
Insert something about he and Jay last night. Anyway.
Swarm is dead. We are at another PC slot. Yes.
Can I get... I feel like seeing that, Wiley would jump right back to action. If anyone objects...
Like Looney Tunes? Go!
I'm gonna attack right in front of me. I'm using Wiley's intimidating yellow eyes and their fearful demeanor to kind of paralyze them in fear as he goes for them.
Paralyze them.
Okay, so you want to use your gaze, right?
My gaze points to Johnny.
And Jay.
Anyways.
And self.
Gaze?
I'm just trying to take advantage
what are you
using
talking
like...
about? You pointed to the entire party. Everybody is gay in this party.
Oh yeah, kinda.
Jay is very pan, okay?
I'm trying to use like Wiley's already scary demeanor.
Yeah.
You're
In
making use of their
combination-
fear condition.
Yeah,
I'm making use of the fear condition.
So you can get an enhancement bonus towards utilizing their condition against them.
Oh.
Let's say they're already afraid.
Don't make that noise again.
You're using it against... I would say you have a +1 enhancement towards moves against them because they're afraid and you are making them more afraid.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question.
Yeah?
I completely forgot how to use my fucking weapon, my mask. What do the dot values have to do with my pool?
No.
Okay, so dot values are completely...
No. The dot values just indicate how strong or powerful...
How expensive it
the
is.
relic
Okay.
is. What matters
My
is...
boots have dots because I gave it extra tags and shit.
Oh, it's the tags.
What matters is what each dot represents is either a boon or a knack or, extra damage or things of that nature. That's what it is. So if you're going to go eat, right? Because I think that's what you want to do, right?
I have a snack.
You're going to have a snack. So you got to look at the tags that you had given your thing, which basically identifies, certain stuff. Like if you have a weapon that has lethal, then you're always doing lethal damage, which is not the case. That doesn't really matter necessarily in this situation, right? Again, because they are monster mooks. But if we were to face like a regular Scion or an actual powerful Scion and stuff like that, then those things would matter.
It's got lethal, natural, so it's like it's a part of his body basically when he uses it.
Yeah.
Worn, aggravated. It deals grievous magical damage.
Oh, that's gonna hurt them. Go for it.
It's a maw of lightning. It's also messy.
Okay, well, we'll see what that looks like.
Just pure glitter in Wiley's face.
We'll see what that
we do have, we have terms of service to deal with, Taylor, so
we'll see what that looks like if you actually kill it. So you're gonna you're gonna attack it, correct?
Yep.
I'm going to have
your mouth opens and it's a bug zapper.
You're gonna attack the one that's the one that's right in front of you, correct?
Yeah.
I'm going to have it roll a defense.
Okay.
Because
Whatever.
I don't want it to fucking die right away. It's got 1 success on its defense, which means that temporarily, let's see.
Can I argue using dexterity because this thing is flitting? Because these things are flitting and floating through the air, and it's kind of like a trying to get a fly with a fly swatter kind of thing.
It's going to use its defensive stunt because it got 1 success, and with 1 success, it could dive for cover.
In your hair.
Which means that it is going to run away 1 whole ranged band.
Wow.
away. And it probably is
Cowards.
inclined to do so because it is afraid. And more afraid than it thought it would be. So it's going to actually go 30 meters into cover, which is going to be fuck off right over here.
Take an attack of opportunity.
Nope.
Okay. Later, bitch.
It's gone.
So you can't attack that one.
Wait,
Can I attack this
where
one?
did it go? I want
It
to
fucked
left.
off.
I want to know. Oh, okay. So it just ran
It
away.
said-
Ran away.
I don't want to deal with this. Bye.
So can I attack another one?
Yeah, you can.
It's way
Okay.
over here, northeast.
It can live another day.
He's gonna turn around and go for this fucker.
Yeah, go for that fucker. This fucker is also no longer has a higher defense because its friend died. Swarm tactics give it extra defense and health.
Oh my god, why is my character sheet broke? Okay. Can I use dexterity in close combat to get this bitch?
Yes. You're gonna try and finesse it.
Yeah.
That would be
And then I have a +1.
+1. That is a hit. No threshold successes. So you're just going to be able to inflict damage, which is going to give it. It is this swarm is now suddenly looking quite sparse, if you will, as you.
Can it look more sparse if it's aggravated damage?
Is there such a thing as aggravated damage in this?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
there's
Grievous magical damage.
there's bashing only, there's lethal, and there's aggravated.
Oh,
And
that's
so,
Got-
so if we were in a situation where a thing was doing bashing damage to you, right? If it was to do damage to you,
Bonk.
you'd have to take your bashing first. If it was to hit you with lethal damage, you have to tick off your lethal squares first.
Mm.
And then if it hits you with more lethal damage and you don't have lethal squares left, you have to take you get taken out faster.
Mhm.
So it's the
Mhm.
same case with aggravated damage. It does even more damage, and so the boxes that you would have left to tick off are dwindle faster. You get taken out faster. Even if you had like a bashing square open, if you don't have any lethal squares or aggravated squares to essentially take anymore, you get taken out.
Mm.
Even if you have bruise left, even if you have bruise squares, if you get hit with lethal damage, you can get.
And lethal goes to injured first.
So on our character sheets and stuff like that, so you'll see that you have bruised, injured, maimed, right?
Yeah.
And so let's say theoretically I hit you with lethal damage. You have to tick off injured or injured.
Yeah, you don't get the benefit of the bruised.
No, you don't get the benefit of the bruised. It basically cuts through.
So I have 3 bruised, and injured, and a maimed.
Yes.
If I'm hit with lethal damage, I take off injured, and then I take off maimed, and then I'm taken out.
Yes.
I have 3 lethal hits in me.
Yes.
Okay.
And with that.
But then with bashing damage, it'll be like bruised, injured, maimed. I have 5 bashing hit points.
Yes, but let's say if you get hit with somebody who's hitting you with lethal damage and hitting you with bruise damage, if you're getting hit multiple times, you have to take those you have to take them off, and you can see
the proper respective ones off.
Yes,
yeah.
And each injury condition comes with those things. So every time theoretically you take like a bruise or take an injured or take a maimed, you should be adding an injury condition that they can then take advantage of. So in this case, like they're afraid, right? That might be, a condition that's kind of floating. But if say, what Wiley just did was zapped a whole bunch of them, right?
Yeah.
Caused an injury condition. They're sparse now, but you can also say like they're also like tased.
Is that what these +1s, +2, +4?
Those +1s, +2s, and +4s are difficulties for you because now you're injured.
Got it.
Because you're injured in some shape or form, that is going to affect you. You can actually see it over here. I'm going to take you back over here really quick.
Yeah.
Since we're talking mechanics and stuff like that, it's always, I know we don't do it a lot. You can see right over here, on this area where it says bruised, injured, and maimed. It's taking a while for me to load it, so I can't quite read it yet.
Right, yeah.
But you can see that bruised examples might be a black eye, and then the condition would be increased difficulty towards firearms and actions. So I could say, I punched you in the face, right? Now you have a bruised eye condition. Or you have a black eye.
Good.
And now you can't see good, and that's what that condition means.
Got it.
And as you kind of go, and you can resolve, you can see kind of how to resolve damage also over here. And I could leave this up, and I could just keep going back, since obviously there's a lot of flip-flopping, and I have to figure out a best way to kind of convey this information to you guys on the regular. But long story short, you have hit those fairies. They are now have an additional condition, or they have a condition because of the nature in which you have attacked them, which was, as you described, a bug zapper.
Well, that wasn't me, but it's accurate. Because it's like he opens this.
How would you describe it then?
You said a mouthful of electricity.
Like, he opens, like, it's kind of sinister. Like, it kind of unhinges. Because it's a mask, like, it's not going to be perfect. And it's just, like, electricity, like this blue electricity, like, crackling out of, like, the sides of the mouth. And when he latches down on, like, a few of these, the sparks, like, radiate out.
Okay.
Kind of like, oh God, what's it called? Like, one of those balls of lightning, like, of electricity, where there's, like
those plasma
the
balls.
node in the center, and it's, like, going out.
Mm-hmm.
Except it doesn't stop as well.
Do you think that
so it gets the whole swarm?
Do you think the remaining ones are probably, like, what kind of condition do you think that they would have?
Shocked.
Okay, shocked in a emotional way, or shocked in a physical way?
Physical.
Okay.
Like, I bet they're, like, sizzling a little bit.
All right, so that was that was you. That was our first PC slot. Now we have a second PC slot. Yes.
Johnny, you can take it.
Okay. I want Johnny to, like, not be rude to the ghost and move around her to position himself between these two.
Oh, what are you gonna do? Oh, I know what you're gonna do.
So as he walks on over, he's taken out his stinger and says sting, and it just ignites.
Yeah.
Do you have to use a whole action to do that, or is it a...
It's just, you have to utter the phrase.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if Johnny was muted, he wouldn't be able to light his funny thing.
Underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, stuff like that.
The only reason why I asked is because with Jay has to spend a whole action doing that.
I think it depends on the flaw. I think this is just the one, but we can double check to.
Yeah, this is the one dot flaw.
Yeah, the one dot.
Yeah,
flaw.
I have a same thing. Like, I have to use my action to start playing my lyre or my violin fiddle thing.
Let's see.
One in those instruments.
Yeah, mine just says I just have to say Nalu.
It says takes an action once confirmed. Yeah, so this would have to be your action.
Oh, then I just won't ignite it then. Still, I could do a bunch of damage.
You can still do it. Still functions. It just can't do the fire stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still a weapon.
So he wants to hit the one to the left.
Left to the left.
Yes.
To the left.
Because it's a melee weapon. It gains +1 enhancement to close combat rolls. And because he's surrounded, he has the enhancement that says +1 to combat rolls when surrounded by more than one enemy.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use his specialty, which is specialty whip for close combat. So that's the 3 enhancements right there.
Oh gosh.
I cheese.
Yeah, you have cheesed your birthrights a bit. How did that happen? How did I let that happen?
Easily. Bonk. 6.
You have 2 threshold successes. And like I said, you can always use them to do more damage.
If it's just 2, then I'm gonna just add more damage.
Add more damage. Okay. So in adding more damage to these motherfuckers, you have successfully killed this one too.
Nice.
Because now they are separated from each other. Or rather, they are no longer in a group. They have to be next to each other. They're losing their swarm bonuses. So in making the one run away, they are now less for it. Oh my god, look at the reaction. Look at Johnny's reaction. Okay.
It changed from the nice cat.
All right, so we're going to try and let's see. Okay, this one's going to try and curse you as well. It's my turn. So this one's going to try and curse you, Johnny.
Okay.
I'll try and
What are they sassing me about?
they're sassing you because you
I only have one eye.
yeah. You only have one eye. You one-eyed freak.
You freaking freak!
What a curse.
What do you what a horrible night to have a curse.
What a horrible night.
What a horrible night.
I'm going to roll the dice pool. They're not very good at these insulting, and hopefully this will roll this time. One success. So you have to beat an insult. You probably want to use one of your resolve skills to kind of resist or resolve attribute. Or you sorry, you're
I want to say cunning so I can be like, no, you.
No, you have one eye.
No, you look stupider.
You have one eye. Gouge.
Stinky.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Takes your pinky and just gouges one of their eyes out. Yeah, roll for me something that would clash, or you're trying to clash against it. So, roll nothing. Roll 0. No successes. Do it. Do it now.
For the skill,
it would have to be probably occult, academics if you know that you're not dumb. Empathy, if you know internally, inside of yourself, that you are not a dumb boy.
No.
You're a dumb
He
scorpion.
He knows he's a dumb scorpion.
Joke's on you, I'm not even a real boy.
1.
So no bonuses there. I wish I could make this happen. It's fine. It's whatever.
I wish I could curse you.
I wish I could curse you guys, but I can't.
But yes, I do know you, and I gouge one of their eyes out.
So this one is going to then take its move action to fucking beat feet as well, leaving the one that's electrocuted to try and lay out Wiley, if you will, with an attack. We're gonna go with an attack. I'm gonna have to OP these guys a little bit more later next time.
Hi, Richie, babe.
3 successes.
How do I defend this?
What's your defense?
What do you mean?
You should have a defense stat. The defense stat, if you don't, it's not on this character sheet, which is why.
That's bizarre. Defense roll. It should be right near your movement.
Wait, no, I'm going to the
dice.
dock. I've got this.
It's based off of what roll and what roll. Your.
I think I know what it is. I just want to be sure.
I think it's your. I don't know. I don't remember. This is hard.
Oh no, it's not on this sheet either. I guess I never did it. It's the
Okay.
highest of my resilience dice pools.
Yeah. So basically.
4.
So 4 is the number, right?
Yeah.
So they miss. What the fuck? Okay.
I think I have a slight clarification, unless I'm incorrect.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering how much, there's a lot of damage being done. The cause damage stunt can be bought once.
Mm-hmm.
So if you meet the armor and have enough threshold successes to hit their soft armor, unless they don't have any.
No.
So if we need to get a 4 to hit them.
Yes.
Get 4, we can cause damage.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We can buy that again for every scale we have above them.
Oh, so in this case, every 3 or 4, depending on what they're...
I don't know what exactly scale. I've never known quite what
it's
scale
feet
means.
of scale.
So basically, feet of scale is basically when you get funny numbers. Like, when I say funny numbers, like you get really big numbers and stuff like that. That is like you're acting within scale, and so that scale is basically like it's hard to explain, and I still haven't quite figured it out, but basically the more damage you do, the more devastating it is, therefore you should be able to do more damage, and that's what it means. I always
assumed it was tied with legend for some reason, but that's probably not true.
No.
So yeah, it says we can buy that particular stunt once more for every scale we have above them. Otherwise, like, the threshold successes can't be used to deal extra damage. Unless
so it's kind of like
spend 4 for a crit.
Fate. It's kind of like Fate. Okay, I get it. Yeah, now. I get it now. We're gonna get better at this. I promise.
Yeah, that's why I was just confused, because it's like oh, I got some threshold successes and killed it. Like when the thing is like, oh, the critical stun is add another injury.
There you go. Okay, that makes more sense.
So, yeah.
I read it. I promise you, I have.
No, I know. I've read this at least 3 times too. Looking over it, it's a little funky. It's just a funky combat system. Mm-hmm. I feel like you get it when you get it, but it takes a minute to get it.
So, regardless, they miss you.
We just gotta fight more things.
Pacifist run, I guess. So Wiley, they miss you, regardless, because your defense is a 4 and they rolled a 3. So that leaves us with another PC and another PC. So we have Johnny and Wiley already went, so that's Kiva and Li Bao's turn. Or rather, turn.
Does Li Bao have anything funny to do?
He can only attack, because he's just a brawler, so he doesn't have any other battle tags, so...
Shit, these guys are, like, super far away.
I think... Where are these guys that are...
northeast.
Oh, God, I thought they just left the map. We're never gonna get out of this battle.
Okay, so...
I have a gun.
No, girls.
Technically, we can make it over there.
I was gonna say, yeah, we can make it, because that's between here and
Shores. It's one range band.
Kiva
they are one range band away from you.
Yeah. So Kiva will leave this dipshit to the wrecking crew and run after these idiots. And I think I will try to capitalize on the fear that I'm assuming is still happening.
Yeah.
Let me look at the bubble. Yes, the fear is still there. But yeah, so I think it's a little bit more like the fear is just how quickly she is charging toward them.
Like a
smash you like a badass.
Like a badass. What you do to piss her off?
And I'm gonna try to. Well, I'm gonna try to fucking kick them again. Cause god damn it.
You wanna run and drop kick them?
Kinda.
Why
That'd be
not?
kinda awesome. So I'm gonna kick it. I simply can't be fighting dirty, but if I am making use of this fear condition, I get the enhancement on top. Okay. So I should be getting, double check, 2 enhancement. Well, no, because we're no longer outnumbered. So 1 enhancement for me. Okay. That many is not a... Oh, yeah, no, 4. Hooray.
1 threshold success. So you can only do...
these ones only have 3?
They only have 3 now because they're not in a swarm. Group dynamics.
Okay.
So that means that you do 1 damage to it, and 1 threshold success is not enough to really do anything else, so therefore...
is there nothing else for threshold? Or for
I guess
1 threshold,
you
rather?
could do these other kinds of stunts.
Yeah, oh, here it is. Yeah, thank you. Oh no, this is the list.
Maybe I'll make this these stunts that you can do for ranged, close combat, and grappling. All of those as notes in.
Oh, that would be good. Like another handout.
Like a handout roll for roll 20.
Or like something you could put in the conga.
Yeah, I mean, I have it in the. I have this stunt thing in the conga too, so I'll probably just have it copy over Aha, the big
Right.
brain.
Sorry, could I take another look at the stunts on the other
Sure.
page?
Yeah. If you guys want to look at where the stunts are and where I'm looking at it, it is in the origin book.
Right.
It is in the origin book on page 115. And you can flip through the pages too.
Okay, these guys don't shoot or throw, so never mind. I knew that there were 1 success stunts, but there's nothing that I can do with them.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, I'll use the I'll make it a difficult stunt. So I will spend my 1 threshold success to add 1 difficulty for this thing should it try to hit me.
Okay, cool. That works. That works for me.
And I deal an injury, I think.
Yes, and I've already accounted for that.
Thank you.
Richard wants
Sorry. Let me check a weapon tag real quick. I need to look at what brutal does.
Oh God.
I know there are reasons I put these tags, and for some reason they're just not available to me right now.
It's okay. There's so much stuff. This weapon reduces the successes necessary for a critical stunt by 1. So basically,
okay,
instead of 4 successes, you only need 3 successes
3 thresholds,
in order to be able to do a critical injury.
Got it. Bashing, brutal, melee, warn, pushing. I don't care about pushing it. Unless I can get around it. And can I push it back into the other range band? Is that how pushing works?
Pushing says it's after dealing stress or an injury condition to an opponent, you can also choose to knock them prone.
Knock them prone. That works for me.
It's a prone situation.
Gotcha.
It's a prone
Knock
situation.
that bitch on the ground. Yeah, I'm literally gonna kick the few remaining fairies so hard that they just fall to the fucking ground.
And they're stuck in the mud.
Of course.
And they're just like it's like they're trying to get out, and it's just unfortunate that they're just going to drown in some mud today.
But yeah, I think that's me. I think that's all I got.
All right, so then Julian.
I guess I'm just gonna try to take out this guy right here to make it fast and easy. So that's only 3 successes.
That's still a hit, which does kill it.
Cool.
No more swomo. Oh damn.
No more swarm. So now you have. So we can go back to the PCs, and again, I think the map is kind of hard because it forces you to think in D&D rules, when in reality, like, you guys can move like this far in 1 turn.
Yeah, I think like we could probably use these tokens just on the other page that you had with just the bands.
Yeah.
Because we could just move token from band to band to band rather than like across the actual physical map.
I think the other option would be to like, and this is just a recommend, like probably like a thought, is that I create like zones like with a marker and say like, this is a different zone. This is a zone here because this is on fire, and this is a different zone.
Right.
And stuff like that. And then you guys go from zone to zone to zone. But
and then we end up at the auto zone.
Hell yeah.
Get in the zone. Auto zone.
But yeah, I have to figure
Not
it
sponsored.
out. I have to figure it out because that's how Fate does it with the zones. And you just identify that this area has zone spaces, and then you just move from zone to zone. But because
2 systems with very funky combat.
But because of the fact, because the idea is that it's kind of like when we did Necessary Evil, and I know, Michael, you weren't here for that, but in Necessary Evil, because the speed in which people can move, or the distances in which people can move in 1 single turn, renders maps useless, because you can literally zip several miles, like go Mach 3.
For some characters, yeah.
Yeah, some characters could just go Mach 3, so the battle space is like,
it's absurd.
It's absurd.
It's like a Dragon Ball Z battle map.
Yes, and that's exactly the point in this situation.
You mean an entire planet?
Right.
In this situation, it's kind of similar. That eventually the speed in which you guys move, the rate at which you guys can traverse distances or shoot distances or whatever, it's so absurd because this is essentially superheroes. You know, like you are
Right.
essentially superheroes.
It's very much an anime.
Yes. So we're back at the top. Kiva, you could probably go again since you're right next to one.
Yeah, it's fine by me if that's all right. You could use hexes. Sorry. Hexes might make it good to make like literal circles around the center of the thing.
Oh, that would be a good idea.
So like almost like a hex crawl, each hex could have a different hazard, or like this one has a mud in it. So that's where you want to get them, or whatever. Anyway, Kiva's gonna step on them.
Now that they're prone, I would say this is fighting dirty.
Oh yeah. Still not outnumbered, so I'm just gonna do it. So 2 successes.
That would be. I mean, I'd say
does
for prone.
Prone do anything?
I'd say yeah, for sure. I'd say you probably the amount of success is or the difficulty is lowered because they are prone and you are meleeing them as opposed to ranging them. So I would say yes, you do hit them with no threshold successes, but that's all you need to actually get rid of them. So they are now
Hell
dead.
yes.
Which leaves another PC before the fairies are inevitably going to just say, "Yo, I'm sorry.
We out."
Can we talk? Can we be diplomatic now?
Oh, now who wants to be diplomatic?
I didn't mean it when I told you your hair smelled.
To be fair, they were yelling at you, and then Wiley bit one of them.
No.
I thought you said that you like ran forward with your teeth.
No. That
After
was a
combat
joke.
Had already yeah, no.
He barked at them.
Okay.
So,
It's like the video of the emo kid standing on the dock and he goes into the ocean.
On all levels except physical, I am a wolf.
wolf. Why do I create characters like this? Don't answer.
So
I mentioned a certain clip that I made this time.
one PC has to go.
Can I kill?
Can I shoot? I can.
Oh no.
I can shoot. Oh wait, no, I can't. There's houses there.
And you'd have to ruin that lovely
But you can
cabbage
also
cart.
move like a whole band. Like you can move a whole band. Like leap on top of this rotted ass building right over here, and then shoot at them. You can move.
Wait, then I have to spend an action getting my gun out.
Yes.
Lame. Barks.
Well, it's still within short range, so you can move into close range and do a bite on him.
Yeah.
Johnny, go for it. If you want.
Far kill it.
Go for it.
Far kill it.
Far kill it.
Yeah, it's the zoning stuff and the movement skill stuff is kind of funky, so I'm gonna have to try and find a better way to articulate that. And I agree, probably having a map probably makes you think D&D brain, like the D&D brain starts. What are you gonna do, Johnny?
I'm going to seem like I've cornered it, and then I'm gonna, because it's reach, I could just fucking go for it. I'm gonna do the same attack with the +3 and stuff on it.
Oh gosh, you're already gonna
5.
2 threshold successes, but so you do a damage to it.
I do a damage.
You do a damage to it.
Damn big.
It has 1 health left.
Cool.
You can use those 2 threshold successes to try and do something involving, these stunts.
What?
Yes, so these are other stunts that you can technically do. They're not combat stunts, but they are extra successes that you can still take advantage of. And make things more difficult for it, like making it so that it has to run. Or rather, not run, but it's going to have difficulty run. Like, it has to roll something so that it has to... Like,
Can I make Can I turn the fear into more of like a paralyzing thing? So it has to roll to like go.
Sure, yeah. I will do that. It's my turn, so I'm going to roll on the desperation pool really quick. Because it's desperate to leave. Desperation pool basically means that it's it's the shittiest at this. Which, you know, with a increased difficulty, you're giving it like a +1 difficulty to run. Past 1 success, it needed 2, so it doesn't do it, so it doesn't run. And it can't really do anything because it's too paralyzed with fear. So therefore, PC roll.
Do you want to do it or should I do it?
Who wants to end this swarm's life?
Who wants to kill?
Wiley will.
Let's get the coyote over here. Get
Imagine,
over there, bite him.
You can literally,
trying-
go all the way.
You
over
literally
there.
can run up and bite it.
trying to outdo Li Bao and make sure.
He
Fine,
just
get-
like shrugs.
Li Bao doesn't care. He's not bothered.
Yeah, Li Bao doesn't care. Wiley just has fun. Do I even need to roll? Like, am I rolling still?
You still gotta roll. to
Yes,
attack it.
nerd.
Yeah.
Okay, it's still Dex in close combat.
Yeah, you still gotta roll. You might
Ow.
miss. Which
3
is a hit, and
successes.
you do kill it. You end the final bits of fairy dust, and
Kill it.
revel in your success, y'all, because you have destroyed these fairies.
Woo!
Are there more here? Probably, but they definitely did see what
They got the
just-
fucking message.
They definitely saw what just happened, and the land that they said was promised to them might not be theirs anymore. Because the boys are back in town.
No, that's later.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we gotta wait till Du Bois actually shows up.
Yeah.
That's Shane's character.
The boys, yeah.
Du Bois.
What?
The Scion of
Like-
Dionysus.
like,
the
um,
Oh
boys.
More
no!
Greek Scions. Christ.
Like Dubois.
Not a scion of Dionysus.
Like, it's spelt like that.
The
Dubois.
boys.
Dubois.
Oh, Du Bois.
But he says Du Bois.
What the fuck? I'm so angry.
They're your cousin. Anyway.
I have cousins in real life that I don't like too, so it's fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm still sorting
The
that out.
boys.
I'm still
No, I
sorting,
know. I'm kidding.
still sorting that stuff out. But regardless, we'll kind of Li Bao will sort of kind of peer over to look at you guys as you sort of all collectively sort of look around, maybe see like who else has some shit, you know what I mean? Like anybody else? Anybody else?
Anyone else want to come at this?
Who else wants to fucking step?
And Li Bao will sort of look at you guys, and the camera will sort of pan and follow his gaze as he turns his head towards the cliff edge of the razorback that kind of goes all the way up, and where that abandoned house is, where Jay is standing.
I made it to a house.
No, the house is there, like at the edge of the lake.
Okay, so I'm like outside of the house. I'm not like in the house.
Not
That'd be
in the
weird.
house, no.
That'd be weird.
No, you're basically still at the same place, like with the cross.
They're next to
and
Edward's
shit.
grave.
Yeah, Edward's grave and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Presuming that you didn't go down along with everybody else.
No, he did not.
Right. You're still feeling the rush of having emptied out an entire deep lake.
Sorry, I was laughing at far. Yes.
Kind of that rush of emptying out a deep lake and spreading the poisonous copper water
Everywhere.
a little bit everywhere. You know that in the back of your mind probably that while it felt really good to spread that water around,
Mm-hmm.
felt really good to spread that water around, a part of you don't know what part, there's a small voice, conscience maybe, is thinking maybe that was maybe something's wrong with this place now because of the thing that I just did.
Mm-hmm.
Which is true. We've already kind of discussed it. You spread that the area itself was already poisoned
Yeah.
because of the lake, and
And
Edward
the subsequent ground around.
and the
that
subsequent
lake.
ground around is poisoned. You just kind of spread it a little bit farther than probably where it was, but it doesn't change the fact that this area is fucking poisoned.
Right.
What are you thinking? I mean, I know what you're thinking, but you know.
Sure. I imagine that probably while the battle was happening or whatever, Jay probably walked a bit, probably to see to what scope he did with the water. He noticed that there's probably some trees slightly kinked or whatever. 'Cause,
we're talking like the amount of force that you use to literally empty out an entire lake, right?
Like a mini tsunami.
Is like a mini tsunami.
Dad'd be so proud.
And it probably knocked over some trees. Maybe if there were some structures that were around the lake, maybe some of the more worn out ones is kind of go, you know, there is some damage that has been done, but to you, it's like the damage has already been done by Hercules, technically.
Sure.
What you did was not any worse than what Hercules did to this space.
It was coming down anyway.
It's coming down anyway. The whole land is poisoned. You know, my friends had to get down to the lake somehow. But he kind of he's like thinking about the future, so to speak. And he kind of like does like a couple like laps around like the general area. And imagine he like almost like he mutters to himself. And he's like, this is going to be used for Titans. For like a safe space or something. I don't know what Kiba wants to do, but Kiba definitely should do something with this space.
Are you talking to yourself?
Yes, he is. He's muttering to himself.
Okay, that's out loud voice. You're using your out loud voice.
Out loud voice. He could do this because he's alone.
I mean, yes, theoretically, any of us can do that because we're alone.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, he feels more comfortable doing it when he's alone.
Got it. I'm tracking.
And then he kind of, like, he stops and kind of, like, looks down at his boots. And then he shakes his head and he's like, but I gotta do something about this first. I can't do anything about this. And then, like, he stops. And, like, he gets, like a distant stare. As if he is looking through a Rolodex. And he goes, that's it. I can just do it, but I don't want to just do it because it'll make him. I mean, I don't know if it'll make him mad. I haven't done it yet before. Are you around? Can we talk for a moment?
Is it, in the unspoken? Do you want him there?
Yeah, like I think like he's like in a state of manic right now where I don't think he's censoring himself.
He's like,
as
I
well.
need you.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like this I need you energy that's kind of being thrown out into the ether.
Yeah, like he thinks that without like checking himself.
Cool. So there is a bit of a crunching noise, a wet noise, wet mud noise, kind of coming up behind you. Everybody else that joined you as a group are down there in the town, fighting fairies and, you know, doing the cool battle stuff or whatever. But you know that they're all down there, so who's behind you?
I would hope I would know it was him because I know what proximity he is.
Sure, I guess there's a moment where you forget.
Sure, if he like briefly forgets, he still has the sword in his hand.
Sure.
So like the sword kind of like twists like in his palm as if he is getting ready to get into a battle possibly, and then he turns around and stops.
Yeah, sword up, ready to go, you know, kind of thing.
Just ever so slightly, not like full on like ready to stab somebody with a 7-branch sword. Go on, Michael, make fun of it.
It looks dumb, and it wouldn't work very well, I don't think.
But they were used, really.
Yeah, well, you don't see them being used today, do you?
No one uses swords anyway.
See? All swords are dumb.
Boots only.
Unless they have God and anime on their side.
That's true.
Boots only. When you... I'm so sorry. When you turn... my friend owns a sword. When you turn, your sword is slightly up. And you're surprised at how close Tsukiyomi is to you. Sort of like... He shouldn't be in your zone.
Yeah.
This bubble, but he's already kind of up there. And lifts a hand to push the blade down more. You know, like it's slightly up. He's just like,
Yeah, I imagine for a brief moment he is frozen with some form of panic. Like eyes like complete slits at that point. And he doesn't do anything to stop the sword from being lowered. In fact, I dare say it'll probably briefly kind of shimmer and then redisperse back into his arm. And then he'll just very quickly say, "Sorry, I didn't think you would actually come this fast."
You wanted me to come.
I did. And he goes over, trying to move past the whole sword thing, and he hugs him, quickly, and kind of goes back down. He goes, "So, I just did something really, big, yeah?"
When you reach to hug him, he will sort of lift his arms around you
Mm-hmm.
and start stroking the back of your head. Sort of like chin on the top of your head,
Mm-hmm.
kind of letting you nuzzle in.
Okay.
And
He's
stuff like
kind of
that.
keeping him there?
Yeah.
Okay. He won't fight that.
Yeah.
But he's still like going
Yeah, while you're talking, that's what he's doing.
Okay.
And you can roll an insight, empathy. I have to remember that this is not BTM. So
Sure.
it would be an empathy.
And an intellect?
Yeah, probably. I would say you're trying to suss out what he's feeling.
Yeah. 3 successes.
3 successes. I would say that you have a pretty good idea that that he's trying to get a sense of where your head is at.
It's everywhere.
Right. That's the part that
Yeah.
he's trying to suss out. Why is it everywhere? Why? I
Yeah.
mean, like, he's listening, and you can hear him sort of say, "Did you?" You know, like, sort of like doing the correct responses to, like, "Well, I did this," and you know.
But he's basically, I can tell that he's trying to suss out something else.
Yeah.
Jay will he doesn't push back yet because he knows that he's keeping his head there. But he tries to like take in a breath, and then he'll say, "So there was a lake that was filled with poison water, and I really felt the need to get the water out because everybody else," kind of he gestures with one arm back towards the direction of the lake, "everyone needed to talk to people who had died there, and it turns out that there's a lot of potential for that place, and I really wanted to help Kiva. I've told you about Kiva before, yeah? That this could be a place for her and, you know, like other, titans and stuff like that. But I had to get the water out, so I got the water out, but the water's poison, yeah? And I can't do anything with that, so I didn't know what else to do, and I thought of you, and I know I can just use your power, but I didn't feel like it was right to just, use someone else's power without asking, so..." And then his head finally kind of rests a little bit. "The water thing was really cool, though. I did it with the sword."
I wish you still had the sword. I did it with this.
No.
I will say, Suki will sort of let you turn at least enough to kind of like point or look towards, what you did, which was, look at this. I did this. Like that cat that's sitting with the pancakes.
Yeah.
Yes, Blitty Cat.
We have it as a emote in the chat.
That face, I feel like, is kind of like you want to just like look at what I did.
Yeah, pretty
Proud.
much.
Proud face.
Proud of the destruction that's around.
Yeah. That's not something I expected you to do.
I didn't think I could do it either. Honestly, I mean, I kind of was pushing the sword more than what I thought it could do, but I figured because the sword comes from Dad and was then stolen by your brother, which I guess was my brother-in-law. It doesn't matter. But I figured because they could both use water that I could kind of sort of use water to do that too. And he could probably tell he's instantly rambling again.
Okay. He's taking it in as you ramble. And so you want me to fix this place?
I was gonna ask if it was for permission, but because you're actually here, yeah, you could use your you know, you're really good with like health and stuff like that. You could like purify this place, and it wouldn't just be for nothing. You know, I could ask Kiva maybe if they rebuild like the town and stuff, like make like a big like moon pool or something like that, like somewhere something that could be used for, you know, for use that people could do like prayers and stuff like that, you know, at night. And then she can do, you know, stuff for Hades and Persephone too. It would be like a pantheonical city. That's not a word, is it?
City? In the middle of...
Yeah, you notice how he went from village to city.
City? In the middle of, here?
I mean, I don't know. Like, it's whatever Kiva would, you know, want to do with it. Kiva could do whatever, you know, honestly. She's already making a lot of money with the whole album stuff, so I mean, I'm sure she could probably make a city if she wanted to.
Okay. He will pull back a little bit. Let me see how bad this is.
He pulls back. It's pretty bad.
And you'll see him and he's wearing nice clothes, like he's wearing nice winter wear because we're in the middle of bumfuck Russia, right?
Yeah.
We've murdered so many Fae here. You'll see him sort of like step back, and there's already mud on his shoe, his very nice polished shoe, but he doesn't seem to really be caring about it. In fact, he sort of rolls rolls his pants legs up a little bit,
mm-hmm.
so that he can kind of take a proper squat and stuff like that. Probably near the cliffs, the ridge where like that lake and that slope starts and stuff like that.
Guys, quick, look up. You can see him.
He's real.
Considering he's real, I promise.
I promise you, this is my boyfriend.
He always shows up when no one sees him.
Everybody's busy making sure that all of the Fae are dead. I don't know. And he'll with his hands. Thank you so much, Real Life Unicorn, for the positive interference for Wiley.
Hey!
I'll keep that.
Thanks, Chief.
You were wearing red. That was most obvious.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry, it's cold in my room.
I thought you liked my character,
I just
not my sweater.
Red shirt.
He hasn't been around for a while. He doesn't know who you are. Take the red.
Take the win. Take the positive. Okay.
I
He will grab at the mud with his bare hands.
I mean, Jay knows that he's a god and he can't get poisoned from it. But
No.
I mean, he does. Like, this is the first time he's seeing him get down dirty.
Yeah, he's
The
getting
visual.
Yeah.
the visual of like pristine clothing and him taking a squat in the dirt to take just this poisoned mud and kind of bring it to his face enough so that he can like really kind of get a sense of it.
Mm-hmm. I think, I guess he does this, like, Jay will explain that the amount of time that this place has been poisoned with the lake.
Couple of decades, yeah.
Yeah. What are you talking about? 80 years?
Yeah, almost
Yeah, World War II?
yeah.
Yeah.
And he will drop it and kind of rub his hands together. I don't think I can fix all of this.
No? It's that bad?
With what you want to do, I can't do all of it.
Oh. Kind of like he squats down next to him. Kind of like he does this, like on his knees. He goes, I mean, Wiley said something about doing something with the ground too, but I figured because Wiley was busy right now. His brows kind of like furrow a little bit, thinking about what Wiley's doing to a fae. Or whatever's down there.
Everybody else did things too.
That doesn't. He's thinking about you.
You're the problem.
And he'll say,
Child.
I guess I can ask him, but I mean, he might ask, Indra, his godparent, for help.
Well, if you want this place to have more water, maybe. Rainwater, I mean.
He squints a little bit at that, and he goes, I think we need more, less mud. More, earth or whatever.
I can spend a lot of energy to take the poison out.
His eye's gonna slide over towards him.
But I cannot use my powers to make this place grow again.
Oh. Well, I mean, if you were to purify stuff, he taps his own face, then I mean, at least that gives the opportunity for stuff to grow. And maybe Kiva knows somebody that can make stuff grow, yeah? Or Wiley can do his
Bring the animals back.
Yeah, bring the animals back or something. Because, I mean, he's kind of wild, so I guess he could kind of do that. I don't know what Johnny can do other than burn the buildings. So we can rebuild? Again, he's talking kind of weird, destructive.
Well,
I got 20 to 50 feral hogs to help construct.
Well, I don't know if necessarily you want the town to be down there. Seems like sinkhole territory to me.
He nods. He goes, yeah, maybe, and he pulls back enough and he points off into the direction to where Edward's house was. I mean, there were some houses up along the ridge, so maybe further up the sump?
You can always fill this place back up with clean water. You can use that, or you can do that.
I mean, if you purify all the water, I can try to move the water back.
The water's already in the soil.
Right, but I can do that? And he points down to the earth. I can move the water in the earth? Or would it just naturally go back in there?
No. I think
I have 0 dots in academics, so
that is not how that would work.
Oh, right.
I think you need to ask your dad for some power.
Oh, okay. He leans back. He goes,
If you ask your dad for power,
mm-hmm.
and Wiley and Johnny and Kiva all provide their parts,
Mm-hmm.
we can make this place grow again.
Yeah, and like I told you, it'll be like a multi-pantheonological city.
Let's start with fertile land.
Okay, but you can't make the land fertile, which means, and again, he stands up and he reaches out a hand, which means we gotta find Kiva or Johnny or Wiley needs to find someone who can make the land fertile again. But you're gonna purify it, yeah?
Yeah.
Come on, we can go talk to them about it.
You all look a little busy there. And he gestures kind of to the spirits that are definitely around, which you technically can. Everybody can see them now because they've been kind of identified, just like that weird magical, like once you've made one of them realize the whole place is haunted now, right? Here's what we'll do. Evict the current residents. You'll need to get them where they need to go.
Right. I figured that Kiva was gonna take most of the dead people, you know, to where they need to go, and then Johnny was gonna take all the kids. Johnny. Okay, I know that sounds weird. Johnny is like a theme park manager.
Jay, when was the last time you hung out with Hokulani or Micah?
Well, I hung out with Micah a little bit before I didn't tell you that I met another god. Recently. That god was very scary. We shook hands, and my brain, a little fuzzy.
Do me a favor. I'm doing this for you. You need to really talk to Hokulani and Micah for me.
Yeah, I can do that.
Promise?
Do you still want the moon pool? He like makes a little circle.
Let's see what we can work with. And I'll decide where I want my pool.
Okay. But you know, you're gonna have to meet them eventually, yeah? Because like I really am starting to think that they think that I'm crazy, that you don't exist or something.
Fine.
I mean, you don't have to right now, but I mean, just sometime.
We can do it now.
Really? Eyes like go like
yes.
The slits go like wide.
Yeah, yes.
Awesome. And he'll like go to like grab his hand, and he will run him down the fucking slump. So.
All right. Well, now it's gonna get a little dirty here. You guys can rush down the Razorback down to the group, who are now post-fight standing with a whole bunch of spirits that need psychopumping. So I can talk to you guys about this in the meta, kind of like out of character. So what you need to do is you need to gather the spirits and essentially take them to a Axis Mundi.
Right, the nexus point.
This nexus point, and then...
And currently there's no nearby Axis Mundis except for the tree.
Yes.
And we're going to take them to a crossroads of some kind.
To be fair, there are also other skills that you have, Kiva, that you could technically take advantage of too. So, yes, Neverland could be an option, right? We can just take them all to Neverland, pack it really fucking tight, go to an
We have another floor.
Go to an Axis Mundi and kick them all out except for the children. Because Johnny loves the children, but not the British children. But there's also things like Kiva having a special skill that we could activate and use in this situation where some friends from the other side might come out.
Yeah, actually, this is so. Do we still need to? Do I need to like pass my checks with all the other specific spirits, or is this just a matter of gathering at this point?
At this point, it's a matter of gathering and stuff like that. Getting
Don't we still have to convince some people to like come over?
well, you can in the span of this time.
Right.
Is what I'm saying. Basically, getting all of these spirits together, but the real logistical problem at this point is who's taking them, who's going to take the credit for taking them. You know what I mean? I will say technically the labor is already done. You know what I mean? Because you undid the labor already, but this is just like this extra bit.
Yeah. Kiva doesn't really care about the labor in this sense. It's not. She's not going for technicality. This needs to be finished. So I do have a knack, a liminal knack, pierce the veil, which means I can cross boundaries on an epic scale, with little to no issue. All I need to do is imbue some legend, which I currently have one of.
Yeah.
I believe, unless I did something. No, I didn't.
You only used one so
You
far.
only used one so far to knock that dam down.
Oh, then I'm out. I was already short one legend. So I have no legend currently. This is why I was asking you before about
sacrifice and
doing some kind of sacrifice or some kind of honor.
You can technically do a small sacrifice right now and try and call your father or minions of your father to come and help you out in this situation and essentially advise our psychopomp and our death god. You're not a death god, right? But
right.
For the sole purposes of this instance, you are the death god and Johnny is the psychopomp. Could help you in this endeavor. And you can regain your legend point by that.
Let's let all our godparents meet right now.
Well, I had a kind of a specific idea.
Even Wiley's.
Can you tell me what your idea is?
Least of all mine.
See how plausible.
So what can I do that would because it falls within the parameters of what you're saying, because I think Johnny and his horde would be very good at herding, shepherding
They'd be
people.
Like, hey, you're dead. Come with us.
Follow the
whereas
tape we put down.
Kiva would like to do the sacrifice to call upon people who can actually help do the damn job. So what can I do that would constitute like a minor sacrifice to get that 1 point of legend back?
Minor sacrifices, things like prayers and things of that nature. Well, taking, using a blood sacrifice, using getting, burning something up that's precious to you.
Burn down all the glittery fae that are on the ground.
They're not precious to me.
The Greeks like the smell of meat. Just go light some animal on fire.
Right. I think if I can do it in the form of like a prayer, I think that I will
allow it in this situation.
And then I'll get a little more specific next time.
Yeah.
Then in that sense, I think that she would after all is said and done, after all the ghosts have been wrangled.
Basically,
and
Johnny,
know what's going on.
Yeah, Johnny, you can essentially order the children to find go through every nook and cranny of this.
Go be a friend.
Yeah, while Kiva is kind of like in the town square, playing kind of a mournful song, on the violin, I would say. To constitute as some kind of like a hymnal of some kind, honoring.
So we have, okay.
I think it'd be nice to take the lady that we were talking to before the pixies showed up to her husband's grave before she goes.
Yeah,
definitely.
Because that's what we were going to do.
Yes, we were. Yeah, and then a fight happened. So yeah, I think kind of while. Yeah, so obviously we're thinking long term in terms of like, oh, maybe the next hour or so.
Yes.
If Jay's doing his Suki thing,
well,
we should probably do that first.
this will probably happen first, but yes.
Okay.
With the Suki thing, but we know that at least after this post that conversation that is kind of what the plan is going to be, if you will. But yes, let's meet the husband.
Yeah, and then I will elaborate. I will elaborate specifically on what exactly it is I want to do, as long as I can actually get that legend point back for the prank.
And the husband meets the boyfriend. So let's do this.
I forgot about that. Okay.
Post battle, the group is there. You'll actually hear this excited huffing, kind of breathless huffing coming towards you guys as you sort of reflect on the dead fairies, if you will. You'll see characters like Jordan, who's basically trying to like brush off like leftover fairy gunks.
I guess roll our sanity checks once we see him.
No, he's not in his true god form. He is strictly in an incarnate form, which is a lot easier to process than an actual god form.
Wiley tends to see everybody as themselves for like a split second.
I mean, that was just that one moment.
I thought it happened twice to Wiley, but maybe I'm misremembering.
It did. It happened when his dad came in a lightning bolt and left.
Yeah, that was the only time.
That's why Wiley has a Lichtenberg
screw loose?
Figure
Yeah.
Maybe that's
down
why
his body.
Maybe that's why I have a screw loose too, because I saw a fucking Egyptian god in their true form for a second.
Yeah, you were the one that saw a god in their true form for a second. So both of you guys have seen momentarily a true god.
Yeah, that's why we have a screw loose the most.
I've seen my dad mom shapeshift into 3 different forms.
You've seen your dad mom shapeshift, and you're gonna see so much more. Like,
you're just not even gonna be phased when you finally see the final form. You're gonna be like, "That's not what you actually look like. Get on, no,
that's big.
Get out of here, there."
Yeah, whatever.
But yes, there is. You guys look over. There's Jay holding the muddied hand of a man who's looking pretty out of place, considering he's wearing many light clothes. Though right now the bottom edges of his pants and his jacket are a little bit muddied by the excited movement and rushing over.
We literally mudslid down that sump.
No stairs here.
No stairs.
Roll dex.
Roll a dex. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad.
Please, it would be funny that they just tumbled.
I mean, even if Jay was to tumble, Suki wouldn't necessarily tumble. Kind of stuff.
He'd hold my sorry ass up, honestly.
Yeah, but we're just.
It'd be funny.
It would be funny. And it almost instantly you'll see like Li Bao just sort of stop moving altogether.
Jay will kind of skid in front of you all, and then like he kind of blinks once and notices all of the dead Unseelie, and then he kind of tries to like suck in a breath, and he goes, "So, did you evict all of the residents?"
These fae caught us by surprise.
The fucking butterflies. Still got fucking glitter in my mouth.
We're working on a solution for the residents. We were interrupted.
By me?
No, by the fae on the floor.
Oh yeah. He kind of like looks down.
You'll see some of the people who have kind of followed you, mostly Kiva's band, and some of the children will say that there were other fae that booked it the fuck out of here. You know, like, so that this wasn't like all of the fae that were just annihilated that were living here. Just the few that tried to make a stand and stuff like that. The rest just kind of booked it.
Okay.
So this wasn't like genocide.
Yeah, okay.
This wasn't fae genocide.
Okay.
It's a bunch of fucking thugs trying to stab.
Sure.
We beat their ass. We knocked their dicks in the dirt.
Oh, well, I
Could
guess
you imagine Kiva actually saying that?
yeah, she would. I guess you guys did what needed to be done. Anyway, sorry. Like points up. It's probably also a slightly muddied hand back. This is someone I want you all to meet.
There's no one there.
Well, fuck me.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's like, well, fuck. He's dead. Which means Kiva should at least be able to see him. No. He, gestures.
Julian, what do you mean?
No one's there. No one's ever been there.
Haven't heard that name in 60 years.
God. I realized the amount of water that I threw around everywhere, and I thought about it and wanted to see about maybe helping everybody work towards rebuilding. And I can't really fix the poison that's everywhere. But Tsukiyomi can.
So, hold on.
So you're not crazy?
Why would I be crazy?
No one really says that they married or Moon.
Well, shit. No one says their fucking dad is their dad mom is Loki. It's the same shit. I believe them.
But this is.
He kind of like looks back towards Tsukiyomi with the expression of, "Do you see what I mean?"
He will like give a vague kind of bow, not necessarily like a super deep one, just sort of like in the flesh kind of thing.
Mhm.
But instead he'll say like, "Divinely here."
Well, it's nice to finally meet you. I've heard plenty of things about you, but
As have I.
glad you could finally make.
Jay sweats.
Wiley kind of stops and kind of.
It's an honor. What do we owe the pleasure?
I asked him to come here.
Jay asked me to come here.
I didn't think he'd actually show up, but I'm happy that he did.
I was a little worried about how Jay was acting.
He blinks at that.
You're very excited.
I never did something that big with water before. I'm sorry.
I wish I could have seen that.
I'm here to help. Though, I can't help with everything. Gods are powerful, but not that powerful.
He can't make things grow. He can just, get all the poison out.
Sweet.
So what was your idea for this place?
The soil's contaminated. Very badly.
Yeah.
Lots of poison. We can leach the poison out. But then
We could put fresh water back in, and then if Kiva, if you wanted to make this, a safe space for...
Right, I didn't think that far ahead. Thank you for offering to help. I don't mean to presume upon you, but we've got other work to do if we're gonna make this some sort of haven, make the land fertile again, get the plants and the animals back, and yes, rebuild.
He'll put his hands. He'll cross his arms across each other, and then sort of look down like, okay. Because mud. He has mud on his hands. This is something that'll take time. And you're going to have to call in a lot of favors.
He wants a moon pool. And then turns back, he's like, you want the moon pool still, right?
Yes. Okay. Just a small one. After all, I am the one that's going to leach out the poison.
Right, of course, due deference and all that.
And I imagine you need somebody to help you grow this place.
Jay's eyes will kind of actually move over to Wiley at that.
Somebody to help bring the animals back. Bring life back to this place. And help
There's
it grow.
probably just like on cue, probably. So like animals like won't attack Wiley, and they're kind of gravitated towards him because he has both wild and beasts. So there's probably like a few animals like already like just trying to see
There's a
what's
bear.
happening.
Not
Some
right now.
Some sickly rabbits.
Not right
The
now.
bear walks into the area, dies immediately.
Ragdoll physics down the sump.
It's just
But
goat
generally
simulator.
speaking, we can see animals that follow Wiley on a daily.
Maybe you have like birds.
Not yet. Not yet. Like I
Not
would
yet.
say
Right now, it's just been cows.
not yet, because it's really Legend 3 and Legend 4 when that starts manifesting itself.
Okay.
Those sort of things start
I thought you were gonna
manifesting.
say because of the poison.
But also, yes, because of the poison, there are no creatures here, and you don't have a wild purview. You're not strong enough to just miraculously bring. Like, your legend's not high enough.
Oh, I
that it-
didn't mean miraculously
Yeah.
bring. I was just
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
they gravitate.
Yeah, right now, there is no...
They sniff.
There's no way to gravitate because this area is basically no man's land.
It's
And-
condemned, yeah.
And so Suki is essentially saying, basically giving you your list of things that you need to worry about. And if you need to grow this place as a city,
I mean, I guess it could be a village at first. He looks
Wait,
down.
what is this haven for again?
For Titan Spawn.
And
All those wayward folk that
would they be okay with this cold of climate? I can't feel it, but I've heard that this place.
Probably certain Titan Spawn wouldn't be so thrilled about this, but I mean,
others might really enjoy the harsh winters.
it doesn't have to be the only one. It's just an option. And who's to say that we can't make it more generally habitable for more types of folks?
that's like minor climate change.
Well, more like selective climate change. You could make this place into a bubble.
72 degrees all around.
And
Oh,
could
yeah.
probably create illusions to be able to mask it from other people attacking it.
A true safe haven.
That
It'll
would
just be another Neverland.
It would require a lot of work.
But it could be like a hub on Earth, you know? Because not everyone can go to Neverland.
It could be your own personal Midgard, if you will.
A place for people who are lost.
Different.
Yes. Who lose their homes in honor of all the people that were lost theirs here.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that wouldn't be so bad. I mean, for the people that can't go to Neverland.
You have
Right,
kind
then-
of like a really narrow selection for who can go to Neverland, you know?
Yeah, well, that's Loki's fault.
Maybe you could look into expanding, you know, more than just small people.
And this place wouldn't move. It would always be here. People would always be able to find it. The people who need to find it.
We can make like secret access Mondays to this place.
You're talking some serious power, Jay.
I know, I'm sorry.
I
We could
think
also
I
just
could
get into the
ask.
class.
I can ask Dad, Mom, to see if they can make another weird time bubble like they did for Neverland.
I don't want to.
I
I don't want to be demanding all of this of anyone. This is my labor. I appreciate you all helping, of course, but I don't want to prevail upon you any further.
Well, Kiva, wasn't the labor to undo it?
It's not enough. Hercules killed this place. I want to bring it back to life. All the way.
then we'll do that. We can just do it with the help of others, and then we just forward back, the tribute. It would be for all of our godparents? Oh, god husband.
Still have to do things for ourselves.
Exactly.
Well, he will pause for a moment before reaching into his pocket and pulling out like the most latest phone. Period. Like,
it's a Galaxy S12.
It's like the new iPhone that hasn't come out yet.
It's the new iPhone that hasn't come out yet or whatever.
Oh, he wouldn't use an iPhone. He'd want a phone that works.
Well, it's like the X2 or whatever we called it in Blood Debt.
Yeah, it's the X2.
X2.
But that's real, kind of.
What?
We
So
predicted the future.
What about in the future, Blackberries make a comeback?
It's just a
no. It's
razor.
a Nokia. It's basically like in this world, the Nokia has gotten significantly better, and if you throw this Nokia, it's like a mini nuke.
Perfect. Great. Yes. That's what made this crater in the first place.
But he will take it out and he says, "It's just a matter of proving to people that you did it."
Mm-hmm. And we need people to bear witness to that. Yeah.
Right. Sorry, I don't mean to. This is all very exciting. I just don't want to get too far ahead. After all, she'll kind of look back to the woman in the well, basically, or on the side of the fountain, and just say, "There's still a bit more work to be done yet."
Well, how about this? You deal with the spirits. I'll heal the soil.
Thank you, truly. And yes, we can pay homage to you in the new settlement here, however you like.
However you want to call it. I'll leave it to you.
She'll just kind of like look to everybody and give a little nod, and her anxiety ratchets up again as she kind of turns back to.
It's a lot of responsibility, if you will.
Yeah.
That's sort of like being thrust upon you guys. I think maybe more so for Kiva than the rest of the team, because the rest of the team has little tiny sanctuaries that they've already created themselves. I mean, Johnny obviously has Neverland, and you have already experienced what it's like to feel through Johnny when your land is threatened. Because Johnny's land was threatened, and that was a very stressful situation for Johnny, so probably in the back of Kiva's mind, she might be thinking, like, what if this place gets hurt? I'm going to build up this place, and then it's going to get hurt because we're doing something about it. Wiley has the ranch.
Dr. Phil's ranch.
has the ranch, and Jay has two whole organizations that he's been developing on the side that sort of like are my own sanctuaries, So maybe this is weird and stressful because this might be your place.
Just as is typical, Kiva is the late bloomer of the group. She's I think she's the oldest too, and this is her or besides Wiley.
Yeah.
This is her, finally taking initiative when it comes to deciding on something to do.
Mm-hmm. I think it's appropriate because not only like your first legend point was Kiva learning to choose to do things for herself, and this legend point is clearly showing like, yeah, maybe it was about fighting Hercules, but in reality it was more about learning what I can do to make things better.
Right.
And this is just one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's an interesting direction or appropriate. It makes sense in the progression and stuff.
Yeah, and she will feel the appropriate anxiety / excitement as she kind of makes her way back to the spirit to kind of finish their conversation. And eventually, obviously, she's going to take her up to see the grave site. And if everybody else wants to come along, they certainly can. Not to make a big deal about it.
I will say, I did see a face that somebody made when Jay was talking about that Titan nonsense there. Is there...
Kiva said it too, God.
Yeah, and Kiva said it too, but like...
Oh, I was making faces the whole time.
Yeah, I feel like...
In character.
Your face is actually a little bit like when you were sitting before, you were like, your face was kind of in shadow, so it was actually really hard to see your expressions.
So, is Wiley, because, you know, since everybody's kind of making prayers and making, essentially setting up plans for things, do you think that Wiley might perhaps end up, doing something too there? Having a conversation with somebody? Or are you gonna wait it out still?
Wiley, the whole time the conversation was going on, after Suki stopped talking, but mostly, and then everybody else started talking about all the Titan stuff, he kind of just put his hands in his pockets and started kicking up mud. Like as you do when you're standing idly, just kind of not paying attention as much.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to talk to Indra.
Not yet. I'm just asking. It will happen eventually, but you know.
Like he knows what the answer
Is that a
is.
threat?
He thinks.
Yeah.
I heard there was a parent-teacher conference.
Hey, it's me, Indra.
He rolls up in the magic school bus.
Wait. Gil isn't just Min's dad. Gil's every single one of my characters' dad.
Gil is Taylor's dad.
That's not.
Oh, God. No.
Your father figure character in Strahd is gonna be Gil.
Please,
With
no.
a German accent. No, it's not gonna happen.
Gil is Strahd.
Kill
I'll drop the campaign.
No, I don't want to romance Strahd anymore.
Blah, blah, blah!
I mean, Taylor, if you don't want to talk to Indra, Johnny can pull you to the side and be like, hey, let's go help kids.
Yeah.
Go help gather people.
There is the gathering that still needs to happen, and you know, that sort of stuff. I just wanted to ask if you were inclined to do so or not. We can still have more conversations and stuff like that. I just wanted to check to see if there was an inclination to be an informant in this situation.
Wiley. He's torn.
That's
He's
fine.
torn.
That's fine.
I mean, like, honestly, I think, like, the biggest red flag for Wiley is the fact that Tsukiyomi was agreeing with the pro-Titan talk.
At the very least, he did not bat an eyelash.
I mean, he did say, yeah, sure, you could do this. This is how you this is the floor plan on how you're going to do this. Knowing fully well it's 4 Titans.
Can he talk to Suki?
Suki's going to be with Jay this
Damn
whole
it.
time.
I will say Jay can probably go with Kiva and everyone.
I mean, Li Bao's fucking hiding around the corner.
Exactly. Jay also probably would have wanted to check in with Li Bao to make sure he was, like, okay.
So you're not gonna kill me? You know, like...
Yeah, no, exactly. And, like, take him to the grave.
Talk to me while your husband's here. It gets weird.
Why is he Batman?
He's scary.
I imagine Wiley, while everyone else is going off, he kind of starts messing with the ground. Like he'll crouch down and kind of start messing with things.
So
kind of poking around, trying to get.
So Jay is gonna leave the
an
god
idea.
alone, and the god can fend himself. After all, he's not exactly.
Yeah, we always know where each other is.
Yeah,
he's
so-
not worried
I'm not
about
quite a
leaving.
threat, so.
And, yeah, Wiley's not quite a threat. We'll do this. So, Wiley, you will see Suki sort of make his way back up the Razorback.
Mhm.
So you can follow him along, right?
He's.
Or
Yeah,
stalk him.
just-
He does. If he knows that you're there, he's not reacting. If he doesn't know that you're there, Man, he's really
Good
got
on you.
Good on
He
you.
won't try to hide it, but he's just naturally quiet when he walks
Oh yeah.
because of how dexterous he is. Like this,
His spurs don't jingle or jangle.
he don't got spurs.
You don't
Kiva
got
does.
spurs because that's abusive to the horse.
But he will
Uh,
he will walk his way up, and he will go past Edward's house, sort of go towards essentially like the tree line that has already been kind of ruined already for various reasons, not just the tiny tsunami. And he will grab some of the dirt again and sort of test the poison of it. But you will see him kind of crouched in, getting a little dirty, if you will.
Can I do a little thing?
Yeah.
Just for, I don't want to have to use. Can I explain to you? Okay, so I'm wanting him to try and make a little bitty plant grow in the soil suit he's holding, but I don't want to have to use my overgrowth boon because I'm not doing overgrowth. He just wants to test like a plant and see what happens.
You want to spend a legend to make a marvel happen?
Then you will have to talk to your dad after this.
I mean, I'm gonna have to talk to him anyway. Go for it. Fuck it.
Fuck it. Wally plant, go.
I know, that's what I was
A
thinking. I was
little
like,
tiny,
Wally Boo.
yeah, a little tiny Wily-like plant. Wally plant. Kind
I
of.
imagine it's like the little curl of a fiddlehead fern, like
Yeah, you'll see Suki hold the dirt, and then the plant will start to grow in his hand, and he will sort of push at the dirt with his fingers, and sort of crushing the dirt and subsequently hurting the plant. You needed to spend your legend to do this because this land is so poisoned that you wouldn't be able to do it normally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he sort of messes it up almost instantly.
Oh, this is gonna be the side of Suki that is written in the book, and I'm so thrilled.
And let the clumps of dirt kind of go through his fingers before he sort of turns his head just enough to kind of look at you from the corner of his eyes.
He's got his hands in his pockets still. Just kind of, the mask is down around his neck. I was just trying to see if it'd grow.
It will.
How'd you crush it then?
Because it was gonna die.
Put it out of its misery?
You do the same.
What kind of cock an eyebrow at that? Just kind of an affirmation. You were surprisingly, well, I was surprised by how tight-lipped you were about the whole Titan thing.
I don't have a problem with it.
He'll shrug. That answers my question then. Look. Between you and me,
You sure it's gonna be between just you and me?
well, I sure wish it would be, but he'll just blink.
Okay, that's what it is. It's outside. It's like, what the fuck noise is going on in
the
this
gears
house?
inside someone's head.
I don't think you want me on this.
I don't think about you ever.
Yes, this is the god I married.
He'll stand up, sort of, again, kind of getting the dirt off.
She's kind of glowering.
You're not my child. You're not my Scion. I don't have to spare a single thought for you. And I don't.
Well, clearly you and your husband have different ideas about what's going on here.
What's going on here?
He wants me involved.
You don't have to be involved. You can just walk away.
He'll kind of look to the side, kind of look at the trees a minute, then look straight back at him.
You could turn, walk right into that tree line. Just keep walking. You could stop contacting everyone here. Fuck the prophecy.
Alright, he'll just kind of breathe out.
But you're not. Which makes me think that there's a part of you that is okay with this.
He doesn't want to say it, but he gives Suki a look that's like, you're right.
How about I help you? And he's gonna take some steps forward. And as he's
On your mind.
Run, he's killed for less.
he's going to take a few steps forward towards you. And as he takes each walk, you feel the ground shift around you.
Oh, gravity.
I feel the earth.
And
move.
it's like not like a tremor. It's not like an earthquake. It's like the dirt is shifting as something is like getting squeezed out of it. And you can see droplets of the poisoned water
Here, drink this.
start to rise. For, this is cutscene territory, you know what I mean? Like this is so these little drops of water start to pull out. The poison is getting siphoned out of the soil itself. And each of the droplets, when they come in contact with each other, get a little bit larger and a little bit larger, right? Eventually it gets to the point where there is multiple solidified droplets, crystals if you will, of this poison that are kind of floating around. And others can see this too. This is the God's work happening. And they get closer and closer together, and some of them become big, kind of chunky crystals, and others are just like smaller crystals and stuff like that. And as he gets close to you, they're sort of all hovering.
Oh, are they sharp and pointy?
Sure, some of them are. They're not pointed at you, they're just there. And he says, let's take care of those inhibitions that you have. And he will reach out and flick you on the forehead.
You die immediately.
And you won't know this, but you're going to have a very long-term condition.
Oh no, he fucked you. He mind fucked you.
It's called honesty.
No!
Oh!
As the moon waxes and wanes, you will be unable to lie.
Oh no, it's liar liar.
At the
Spoiler.
so at the
Jim Carrey.
so at the fullest extent of the moon, as in when the moon is at its fullest, your inhibitions to hide or deceive, your needs to do that, gone.
The truth shall set you free.
It gets worse as the full moon comes, and then it wanes.
This is the power that I want to take at Third Legend.
So, like, how long term?
Until he decides to take it away.
Yeah, until he stops or your godparent interferes.
That is up for you to find out.
She likes Snow Weather Boy.
And he says, I think you're going to find that being a little bit more honest with your feelings is just going to be more beneficial.
Am I conscious?
Yeah.
Am I in it now? Am I like,
Let's find.
what's
All right, let's see. If I roll the dice right now,
what's the moon saying? Because I have several things I could say.
I'm
We have an in-game calendar.
we do
Is it
have.
that time of the month?
Scorpion.
We're gonna roll the dice. It's going to be.
Damn, Johnny, your ass is fat
It's
tonight.
gonna be 1d.
Oh! No more. We're done with this game.
It's gonna-
I'm calling it.
I'm gonna roll 1d30. Okay. I don't know where the moon phase is right now because I haven't adjusted the calendar. But I'm gonna roll 1d30. The closer it is to 15, 15 is the full moon. Okay.
Okay.
Roll a 15. Roll a 15.
I rolled a 13.
Okay, first off, I just been drinking root beer all night, so like that fucking hurt.
I'm sorry.
Damn, Johnny, you shit with that ass?
He's gonna become the Tiger King.
Fuck.
Wiley will never emotionally recover from this.
Is Wiley like on the ground or is he suspended?
No, you are standing.
Oh,
He just gave you he walked towards you with this intensity that you just couldn't move. But there was nothing keeping you. It was this energy of godliness that was
Gravity.
keeping you rooted to the fucking
It was
ground.
called gravity.
It was one of those like
Gravity.
your godparent Indra showed his true form for a briefest of seconds, and you felt your mind melting, and maybe there was this intensity of like awe, but it wasn't like awe directed negatively towards you. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't energies that were negatively directed towards you. Whereas this one, you couldn't tell if it was negative. You couldn't tell if it was positive. You don't know this God. And so you didn't know what he was going to do to you.
He just did a judge thing on you, I just realized.
You don't know who he is or what he's going to do to you. But it just... that energy made you scared, maybe. Uneasy, the fight or flight.
Horny? In the headlights.
Possibly.
And so when you didn't have time to really react when he just dinged you with this special condition.
Yeah, it's the second time you got flicked in the forehead by a god.
You just have such
Third
a
time
flickable-
I fucking die.
You just have such a flickable
Oh!
forehead.
I imagine he has another fucking mark now because he's an asshole.
You got the Sailor Moon
shut
crescent
down.
moon right there, like.
It's like never
Wouldn't
mind.
Wouldn't that be cool if like one of your scars kind of like changed shape? Like the
It's the
lightning
fucking
scars?
mark of Cain.
Either way,
I'll get back
either
to
way,
you on that.
we are. So I out of the I rolled a 1d30. We are two days away from a full moon, so you are pretty.
Oh.
boy.
So this honesty thing that we're talking about,
We're not taking him on the highest star away.
you feel inclined to be honest. Maybe not brutally so, but
Pretty.
you're pretty close. Like, you're effectively under the condition of needing to be honest with your feelings. Whatever they may be, whatever they are, you're going to be honest with them.
Pen is blue.
You know what you're really like.
Tell me.
Right, son of a bitch, that's one thing for sure. Got a little bit of a mean streak.
Michael, you stop that right now.
Man, here's the same. His eye contact isn't gonna waver. He's so.
All gods are mean sons of bitches.
I mean, shit, that's for damn sure. But he's just so genuinely kind and idealistic. I don't want some mean sons of bitches to break his heart. Hurt my friend.
And I don't want.
Nor do I want to hurt my friend.
And I don't want some lapdog to kill my husband.
Hey, that was a low fucking blow.
We're being honest here. These crystals contain the poison that was in the lake.
What do you want me to do with it?
You guys can collect them, use them for relics if you need to. I'm sure you have a forge master on hand.
Yep.
A couple.
Couple. Johnny might like this.
I'm gonna go back to Jay. Have fun with your honesty. And
Wait, Johnny with cool poison metal armor.
No.
Stop
poison's
giving Johnny
tip.
relics.
Poison tip scorpion.
I could do the final dot is just adding poison.
Yes.
these are so the crystals that are around are essentially kind of material that can be used to make interesting relics, but they are specifically going to be based around poison.
You said materia wrong.
Material. Yes, so okay. Poison has been revealed. Wiley has talked to Suki, and now you're gonna have to deal with that condition for an undetermined amount of time.
And you don't know about it.
God
You're
damn.
being
He doesn't
honest.
know there's a fucking mark on his forehead.
And
I feel like it appears later.
probably it just gets
It's a
more.
penis.
It's more prominent as the moon is fuller.
That's what I was about to
Yeah.
say. What if
Yeah.
it follows the fucking moon phases?
Just get
He drew a
bruise.
dick on your head.
But Kiva,
Yes.
you are going to essentially play some music that is essentially going to be your, if you will, the call.
Yes.
And it's going to be the call to your godparent,
Yeah.
basically asking for help.
Right. She is gonna sing this kind of soft, mournful song as you know. After all is said and done, after the herding has happened, after everybody's kind of marching to the town square, she's just kind of standing there. She's got this kind of renewed or this newfound sense of purpose, at least for the moment. This is, like her parents kind of pushed her to like just go do things, and she didn't know what the fuck that meant for a very long time. She did the band thing. She did the, she won the battle of the bands. She went on TV and then got challenged. So she's just been kind of like going with
The flow.
whatever comes up. Now, yeah, she's been going with the flow at this point, but this is the first time that she's actually made a decision to direct the current, as it were.
You're the avatar.
Her own story, yeah. Whoa. But she will kind of just sing this song, but she's singing it for all of these people. To kind of help put them at ease, to put them at rest, in her father's name. And it's basically her kind of pleading out, like, I don't know exactly how to do this, but I know that you know I can. I just need help.
Okay. Can you hear the song?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Eternal Hope.
Oh,
It's on Kiva's playlist, so.
hell yeah.
Let's see. So, you playing the song, you're calling out for help. Guidance, if you will. You know that it is possible that you guys have the ability, you know you have the skill set to be able to do this. You just don't know how.
Yeah.
Like
How do I first of all, how do we get these people out of here? Is kind of her main, like, she knows that she can go where she needs to go. She just needs help getting all the people on board.
Okay. You'll kind of play the music, if you will. The spirits are listening, and once you kind of finish and you're just kind of like, all right, I did it, you'll hear clapping. Oh, Kiva, that was wonderful.
Yeah, everyone's parents are showing up.
Hey, y'all want to meet my dad?
No, like I said, I have a
I love
duplicate
my daddy.
nutty.
There's two nutties. I don't know if you guys
There's
noticed
two
this.
nutties.
Double nutty.
Johnny's just been staring at them,
Double
trying to pick out
nutty.
who's the real
Double
one.
your fun.
Double nut. Oh, it's Snickers. It's extra nutty Snickers.
Oh, God help me.
Very chunky.
Wiley will say that to Johnny next session, probably.
Wiley is a gentleman.
We'll figure that out.
That's the biggest
he's a
lie I've ever
Mentos.
told.
We'll figure that out. And you look, and sitting among maybe some of the children from Neverland is your mom. And beside her is a guy who is holding what looks like to be a to-go cup of coffee. He's not your dad.
Right.
But there is something noticeable about this man. How he has a set of sneakers
With wings
on the back of them.
This man is my favorite, so I'm just like, yes.
Can we like make it dumb by making them Skechers? Like he's an adult that wears Skechers.
Light up sneakers.
He's an adult that wears Heelys.
I only accept Hermes from Hades. Everybody else shut the fuck up.
God
You're saying
party.
that Hermes wouldn't wear fucking Heelys.
He would,
But
sexily.
and she will look over and she'll bap him on the arm and say, "I told you. She's a great musician."
Wait, did the rest of us see this too?
It's like you noticed it, like they were. It looks like they were there the whole time, but it's only when they speak that you are aware of it.
Is Wiley back yet, or am I still like getting destroyed back there?
This is at the same time.
Okay,
Probably,
just
yeah.
making sure
We're
before I
getting
bust
shit
in.
pushed
Yeah, this is happening at the same time. And yeah, you are embarrassed. Somehow she makes it embarrassing.
I didn't think you would come. I just Hi.
It seems like you have a full party here.
Yes, right. Yeah, well, we Well, we just thought. I just wanted to help these people get where they needed to go.
You'll see her kind of kick her feet, like one after another, to kind of push herself up to stand, and she'll say, "Well, I know that you have 2 different things that you need help with.
Oh, that's the same building as before the fire.
One thing." She'll sort of. Second thing, my friend here can help.
I'm sorry. I don't think we've met your friend.
She now do not put whatever Hermes voice from Hades on me, okay? I don't know it. So I'm not gonna
I
do
don't
it.
care. I was kidding.
Okay, just want to make sure.
He sounds like a normal person, except he just talks fast.
Do the funny Hermes voice from Hercules, where he's that funny little dude.
Oh no, he's not that funny little dude. No, most gods are gonna look amazing in my brain. So, but the guy will stand up and he will sort of make a sort of face because he's sitting in mud and Heelys don't work in mud. So
Yes.
this is really difficult for him. So
You want to bet? He's a god.
I mean, he is a god, but he's also an incarnate right now. So it doesn't quite work. You know, like, incarnates are weaker in some extent, to some extent. They're kind of like watered down.
This is like his aspect.
Yeah, like an aspect. So he will sort of say, the name is Hermes.
Hermes. Yes, right. Of course. The shoes. Sorry, Kiva. Right, nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure.
You scared the shit out of Victor when you did that. He jumped on my foot.
Oh no. He speaks very quickly. Like, he doesn't have a lot of time. And he will say, so I heard you have a cycle pump.
Yes, that's Johnny. Johnny, are you...
And he'll say, you.
I think
Johnny,
he wants you to go over
if
there
you-
faster.
It just like turns away from pitching to a bunch of dead children to come with,
He's like,
and,
"Me?" Or-
and he trots on over.
Moi?
Persephone.
Hi. It looks like we're
Hermes, nice to meet
summoning
you.
Shake.
Don't have a lot of time because every second I spend not doing my job, things are gonna get backed up.
Okay.
And this is a huge backup.
Right. Yes. Sorry. Yes. We have all these spirits here. We need to get them to the crossroads.
And that is why I'm here. Or rather, that's why I'm here to teach you how to do it so that way you can do it when you need to.
Hey, are you a journey god?
That I am.
I imagine Jay points down at the shoes.
It's their shoe.
Over his head. Over his head.
He doesn't know the lore.
He
doesn't know anyone.
He doesn't know the lore. He doesn't have.
He hasn't seen Disney's Hercules yet.
Sure, there's action figures, but he don't care.
He don't care. He's like,
Never
wing,
seen a Hercules.
wing no go. It on ground.
This is an unfortunate situation that I obviously can help with this time. But I'm going to teach you how to do it so that way both of you can do something about it.
Of course. Thank you so much.
And he will sort of gesture out and he'll explain, you, psychopomp.
Yeah?
You, death.
Right.
You see them, you ferry them.
Right.
Done. Peace out.
And he will say, but you don't have the ability to go to the crossroads yet. Neither of you do. Because you're not strong enough. You will be. At least that's what Persephone says.
Right.
That's because you're amazing.
Oh. Jay says that from the sidelines.
Perhaps that's kind of like the roots of Neverland. Well, the tiny Yggdrasil tree.
Yes, well, not everyone wants to go to Aesir, to the Aesir underworld or overworld.
I mean, yeah.
No offense, not every hell is great. That's why I don't usually go there.
Right, we've been to hell and it's not that great.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I know that you're busy. How do we find one of these crossroads?
You won't be able to see them naturally. But with these glasses, he will
See some sick Gucci shades.
Some sick death shades.
He's got some shades, and they're basically like the shades that Crowley wears.
Of course they are. Yes.
Fuck yeah.
I just started rewatching it like yesterday.
Yeah. And he has
You mean my dad that's over there in the form
Yeah,
of
Loki's
a
here
sword?
already, let's be honest.
Yeah, Loki's here just watching because he's just like, okay. He'll whip him out, sort of like out of like his hands move so fast,
Yeah.
and then they're just there. This helps you see him.
Oh, just anytime. Anytime or
Anytime.
Already putting the shades on.
You'll see the gates. You'll be able to put people through the gates, and the gates will take them to the crossroads.
Wait, he kind of will like move his eye patch up. Like he's like looking down and he's like moving it up so he can put the glasses on properly.
And then put the eye patch on top
Johnny
of the
needs a
glass.
monocle.
Yeah.
Jonical. But she'll just ask like, we take them to the gates, but are they safe on their own? We can't go with them. We can't take them all the way.
I don't think you want to go all the way. They'll make their
We've been
way.
all the way.
They'll make their way to the crossroads, and the death gods will deal with it.
I just wanted to make sure that they got where they needed to go safely. That's all I care about.
I don't think you guys are ready to see the rest of the death gods. Not a happy bunch, especially when they haven't had their coffee.
As Jay crosses his arms and thinks about Sousa.
I don't think Hel would like coffee. I don't think.
Don't think she likes much. Anyway.
I mean, no, like half of her face isn't there.
Does
There's no cheek, and then it'll just
go out? Yeah. Does Susanna like coffee at all?
Frappuccino, coconut,
Great.
extra espresso.
Oh, great. Mixed mental note.
Thank you. Is that all we need to know?
Well, do you have any more questions on how to do it? Where to go?
no.
What to
I
expect?
think I got it from here. I've
How do we...
taken before. Yeah, I've taken someone before. Yeah.
What about you, Kiva?
I guess we'll figure it out.
You can ask the question if you need to.
I just... The glasses, right, we can see them, but how do we know how to find them?
The dead?
No, the gate.
You'll be able to see them. Like,
They're just right there.
they're just gates.
Just everywhere.
Kiva, try putting them on, yeah?
Oh, yeah, she'll put them on.
Death vision, I guess, is the best way to describe it. It's more like it's a journey's. This is a special relic that you guys have been given from Hermes.
Yeah.
We can call them Hermes eyes. You both have a pair of his eyes.
Hermes eyes.
What they are is basically they give you the special ability to be able to locate an axis mundi that takes you to the underworld.
Like a specified one.
Yeah, it's not like any axis mundi. It's the axis mundis that essentially can take you to what is known as
The crossroads.
the crossroads. Because of the fact that there are multiple underworlds and everybody goes to different ones. And it is up to the journeys or liminal gods to take them there. Or at least direct them to where they go. Like, hey, you're dead, walk through this gate. You go straight, until you reach the crossroads, and there's going to be a whole bunch of dudes there. They're going to tell you where to go after that. You know, that's kind of what it's like. It's very bureaucratical. You know?
What color are these glasses? Like, what do we see? What color do we see with them?
Fuck it. I want them to be 3D glasses where one is red and one is blue.
Fuck yeah.
They should just be actual 3D glasses where it's like.
But it doesn't work for Johnny because like he'd have to put his eye patch back up.
Yeah. The reason why is because you cannot, because it's shifted. You know, it's like those I Spy books. The gates are actually just, you know, a different color, and you can't see it unless you see red and blue.
They're in shrimp colors.
So you're saying that Johnny has to like move his eye patch to use the...
Yeah, so Johnny sees a bunch of blue nightmare creatures walking around.
It's kind of weird because he already has like kaleidoscope eye in one of them.
So essentially, and I won't belabor it too long, but like Hermes explains to you that when you locate dead, you can conversate with them, let them know that they're dead, and if they do not belong, like in this case for you, Johnny, if they do not belong to your specific underworld Neverland, unless you decide to expand Neverland's population, if you will, right? You can direct them to the nearest access money that will take them to the crossroads, and then they can be shepherded to the appropriate heaven or hell.
Got it.
Nice.
Okay? And Persephone says, and I understand that you cannot see the dead. As she looks to you, Johnny.
No.
So I have this. And she holds like a Tupperware that has
a second relic.
No, this is temporary.
Okay.
It has pomegranate seeds in it.
Oh, there it is. Oh no, I'm gonna be trapped. Never mind.
Eat one, you'll see the dead for a short amount of time.
Well, I can see all the dead now, but I'll take
Wait,
one.
did you get death purview while I was gone?
No, you said that like.
And once it was revealed,
Once it was revealed, we could see all the people here. Is what he's saying.
So this is if you're like by yourself.
Yeah, he's gonna take either like a little bit, or she's giving out the Tupperware to him.
Yeah, no, you get the Tupperware.
Sweet. I get more storage once it's all gone.
This is temporary. Like you need to pop one. It's like a sensu bean.
More storage. Once the seeds are gone, it's just a handy carrying case.
It's a bento box.
For all the crayons, you know?
Jesus Christ.
Anyway. That is what Hermes teaches you guys.
Cool.
This is only, again, the relics are not birthrights, one. They are relics. So you can lose them. They can get stolen. I mean, everything can get stolen, but these are not specifically birthrights given to you by your parent. If Hermes, for whatever reason, decides to not like you, they could lose their power. You know, and things of that nature. So they are directly related to Hermes. So if you ever need, like, fixins, it's Hermes's relic given to you. But Persephone will sort of clap her hands, and she says, I think I have work to do here too.
No, you don't have to do that. I don't. I can find my own way. I don't need. Please, you don't have to.
Yeah, I think we can manage it here, ma'am.
I think she's talking about something else.
I know she is. I don't. I'm grateful. I really am. I just don't want all of this to be someone else helping. I just
keep it. So Persephone will be like, I understand. And she'll walk over to you and hold your hands. I know that you are a very smart girl. Very charismatic. Very sweet. If you can't do it, you will find the people who can. You don't need a god's help.
Jay kind of rubs the back of his neck a little bashfully at that.
I understand.
I just want to do what you both asked me to do. And I just want to prove that I can, I guess.
Then you can. Now, if you want to be capable of things that allow things to grow, then you're going to need to diversify your portfolio.
Right. And I will, and I'll do that. I want this place to be. I want it to last.
And it will. And Hermes will be like, so I'm not helping with the spirit thing? I can take them if you need. Or you guys can do it. That's fine with me too.
I think it would be a good experience, sir. You've given us all the things to do it with. And besides, you're really busy.
I like this kid. He knows what he's talking about. I gotta do another coffee run. By the way, kid, what's your favorite coffee? He points.
I haven't had coffee.
Okay, he hands you his cup.
Oh, that might not be a good idea.
He hands you his cup of coffee that he was holding on to, and then he points to you, Kiva. What's your poison?
Vanilla, I guess.
Got it. Next time I see you.
You don't have to, but
He's gone.
A Hermes-shaped cloud.
Just a blur of color.
The blue
Gone.
blur. Hermes is Sonic the Hedgehog.
I don't like that, but okay. Okay.
Gotta go fast.
She will kind of turn to Persephone and be like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be stubborn. I just...
No, I think it makes sense. You're like your father in that way.
She means stubborn.
Yes. Thank you for coming all the way out here. I don't mean to take time away from whatever it is that you're doing. I'm sure it's important.
What is it? Technically, it is springtime, so she's got a lot of
Yeah.
faffing about to do. So she says, well, I'm topside. So if you ever need help or a little bit of a battery recharge, boop. Ah! You know, just like ah!
Yeah. Thank you. I will. I'm gonna do this.
You will. And I think that there should be at least one garden.
One more time?
I think there should be at least one garden here.
Of course.
And she will kind of like you blink for a moment. It seems like you all collectively blink, and there's like a little patch of grass where she was.
She's dead.
she fucking died.
Fucking dead.
So how strong is this coffee? How many shots of espresso are in this thing? If it
How
was
many
Hermes
shots of
coffee.
ambrosia?
Let's just. I would say it's probably.
How bad is this?
It's not a quad shot. It's definitely more than a quad.
Oh no, Johnny's heart's
my
gonna
God.
explode.
I would say 5.
I'm just gonna drink.
Let's go with 5 shots of espresso. It's a bit bitter. You feel like it needs something.
I mean, he hasn't had a coffee before, so he just assumes that like it's supposed to be like
well,
that.
you've also but talking about your general experiences with drinking things, like you've had
Yeah, it's
water,
probably too bitter.
and you've had ambrosia, and you've had margaritas.
And Dr.
That's
Pepper,
true.
I'm sure, at some point.
So like it is definitely too bitter compared to everything else you've drank. But 5-6 shots of espresso at least.
It would be rude to like not finish the coffee that a god gave him. And he also has like cool 3D glasses now. So like his eye patch is up because he's just trying to like test it out, but also trying to not make eye contact with anybody.
It's fine.
Bless him.
Kind of trying to tie this all together, right? Wiley and Suki will return, right? Kind of post this, and you'll see the patchy grass. Suki will go over to you, Jay, and sort of give you a kiss on the forehead while holding up a poison crystal.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, it won't hurt you.
Oh, okay. He kind of just takes it. It's like, it kind of looks like a sim thing. Kind of don't.
It's the thing from Sims.
It looks like a big booger.
It's not as
It's called a plumb bob, guys.
it's not as vibrant
Mhm.
as the Sims.
As a booger?
No, as the Sims.
So you keep saying booger.
Crystal.
It's called a plum
It's a
plum bob.
plum bob or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Plum
Yeah,
bob.
Timon and Plum Bob.
He says, I think you'll be able to use these later, or at least collect them.
Oh, like kind of like he twists it around in his hands, like using it for like relics and stuff, or like
Mhm.
weapons and stuff.
Anything. It could probably stand for some good defense.
Yeah, like armor or something. Poisonous armor.
Meanwhile, Wiley looks kind of out of it. Just a little bit out of it after that experience.
Oh yeah, I think like once Jay notices Wiley, he kind of like blinks towards him and then back towards Tsukiyomi, then briefly back to Li Bao to make sure he's okay, and then back to Tsukiyomi, and he like leans in, and he's like, is everything okay?
We had a heart to heart.
He
I
says
lobotomized the cowboy.
he says mentally to him, do we need to talk about that later?
You'll figure it out.
Okay. He eases back.
So, Wiley, you
Hey.
you have one. I know this is a lot of pressure, but you have one honest thing that you should say right now.
Like, are you trying to tell me that
Whatever
like,
you,
specifically?
yeah, whatever you're going to say right now, I want you to be honest as a character.
Wiley opens his mouth to say something, and it's honest.
And that's when the session's gonna end.
And
Yeah, Jay, your husband's a real mean son of a bitch.
And done.
Yeah, there it is.
And we're done.
let's say that we used from our momentum pool.
No, we didn't roll from the momentum pool.
Cries.
What? Julian, it's like 3:30.
Oh no, I know.
Cries.
I know.
We've been out
It's-
for we've
it's
been
late.
we're over by a half hour.
Or not, it's only 15 minutes.
Huh?
It's only 15 minutes over.
We could start something up real quick.
Swear to God.
Roll.
But I wanted to kind of close it out now while we still can, because now we have everything kind of started. Now, we're not using all of the gods' powers that are available to us right now, even though it was offered. Totally fine, totally valid option. I think getting the poison out is probably the most important thing, and getting that
Yeah.
done fast was pretty good idea, because otherwise you'd have to wait hundreds of years for this to be ready to start growing.
And we're not ready to play the super future Scion.
We're not ready to play future Scion. So getting the poison out is helpful because now you can start establishing some sort of place and recruiting people to come help. Obviously,
I have a little XP. I'll get some funny little flower powers.
You don't have to get the fertility.
You don't have to. We could find some wood nymphs.
Yeah, we can just find people that have
you don't
fertility.
have to. You can always find Titan spawn that have fertility.
True.
You could always find other Scions during your adventures that have fertility too. That would also help invest because all this investment is beneficial to anybody. You know, like being a part of this would be beneficial to those who are willing to put the effort in and the legend points in. As far as what you need to kind of bring this place up in an efficient manner, you need somebody with fertility, you need somebody with wild, and you need somebody with prosperity. And those three things will definitely make this village into a very significant hotspot. Now, if you're talking about getting protection, like sort of illusions or protections that would keep it from being attacked, you're starting to think liminal. Those are going to be some liminal things that you're going to need, and you're probably going to need the efforts of journeys, liminal, or even magic users in some shape or form to create the illusions.
Dragons are magic users.
That would be able to hide this world from attackers if that is something that you intend to do. So top three right now: fertility, wild, prosperity,
and then water if you want to fill up the
forge.
lake.
Forge also if you want to build things. You know.
Well, we got the dwarves.
Yes, you do. Those are your starting. They can start with the infrastructure, but those are things that you have to think about, and you can either get it yourself or you can recruit Scions that have it, because there are definitely Scions within the Conca that already have some of those things, and there are also Titan spawn that will have those things. So those are all different things that you guys want to think about, especially for you, Michael, if you're going to kind of be the head of this development and stuff like that. Nothing wrong with asking for help. There's plenty of characters that are there to help. You just have to build the relationships to do it. Right. You can also look at any of the songbirds too. They probably want to help too.
Right.
Maybe. We'll see.
I mean, you are family.
When you're here, you're family.
Right.
Olive Garden goes over the
I just got to take them to Olive Garden and then ask.
So, for everybody here,
Just
thank
build
you
an
for
Olive
watching
Garden.
and stuff like that. We're going to do quick outros. If you could just say who you are, say who you played.
She did say there should be one garden.
She didn't say.
She didn't say it couldn't be an Olive Garden.
It's perfect because it's Greek, Greco-Italian.
This is
Get the Italian pantheon in
In the
here.
middle of
We got
fucking
Chef
Russia.
In
Boyardee,
the middle
Barilla.
of Mother Russia, we have this.
We have an Olive Garden. That's the most popular
Wait.
Olive Garden.
And you,
You know, Alexander the Great would
Chef
be proud.
Boyardee is one of the gods of the Italian pantheon.
Please no, as an Italian, please no.
And that's the funniest shit I'll say all week.
You guys,
Let's
Chef
go.
Boyardee. You guys, Sylvester Stallone. You got Rudy
DiGiorno.
Giuliani.
You got Barilla pasta.
You got Elio's Pizza up here.
All of
You got
them.
that funny little guy on the SpaghettiOs can. He's got a tongue, but I don't see a mouth.
Little Caesar?
You got that can of SpaghettiOs from that one commercial that rolls all through the grocery stores to get to
That's
your
a relic.
house.
Little Italy and Russia.
You'll never lose it.
I hate this.
So, if you guys can say who you are, who you played, what's your favorite part, or what you're looking forward to, either or. For everybody who is watching, everybody here plays games on this channel. We have the Immortal Odyssey, we have Vampire at the Disco that happens on every other Friday, and we also have our Curse of Strahd game campaign that is happening on Monday. So give us a follow, give us a sub for any of those games. If you want to plug anything else, just keep it quick, and let's go around. So we'll start with Michael.
Hi, my name is Michael. I played Kiva. You can catch me here. I had a lot of fun. It was great. It was awesome. I love fucking Hermes, the piece of shit. I love him. He's a lovable little scamp. I did not expect Kiva to turn down the help, but it seems like this is something that she wants to throw her whole heart into. So she'll definitely find out a way to do it on her own or with help.
Long-term goal.
Oh, that's a fucking good idea because I need one of those. Anyway, Yeah, I will be here next Friday for Vampire at the Disco, where I play a naughty vampire man. And on Monday for Symphony of Sorrow, where I DM D&D. We're playing Curse of Strahd. I get to play another naughty vampire man. Just waiting for my chance to actually play him, but we're, it's gonna be a minute.
Taking our time.
Yeah, I'm thrilled with it. I think it's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite like D&D anything I've run already. So yeah, come join us for that. And that's it for me.
Hey, Taylor.
Hey, my name is Taylor. I'm sorry if I've been out of it for the last half of this session. I have a killer fucking headache. Let's go.
Yeah, it was Sukiyome.
Yeah, I feel like my headache started probably about that time. So I don't see nothing.
Oh, it's a dick.
I play Wiley in this game, and he's a shithead. And on Mondays, we irritating. On Mondays, I play in Michael's game. Quite the opposite of Wiley, I'd like to think. Very reserved, very dour type of guy.
Would never say somebody is a son of a bitch to their face.
Yeah, would never call someone a son of a bitch to their face unless he was probably like on his deathbed. And they were like, please call me a son of a bitch. He'd be like, you're a son of a bitch. But
what was your favorite part?
I don't know how I expected that conversation to go. You gave, that's my feet, Richard. I gave me the opportunity and I said, ooh, spicy. So yeah, I had no idea how that was going to happen, but I'm very pleasantly surprised. And I also am terrified to play honest Wiley.
Oh yeah. Those walls, they came down.
Can't wait for
See,
this.
we already know that he doesn't
hate.
hate. We already know that he likes Jay and he considers Jay his friend and he wants him to be safe. But he's
just tell me all the things
wording
that your
is
dad wants to do.
Wording is key.
I mean, you can prevent yourself from saying honest things by keeping yourself away from the others if you want, but eventually it's just you're gonna be blurting out some stuff that you may not be
blurt it
comfortable.
out.
I'll have to
You're gonna think about it anyway.
I have 2 weeks back.
Yeah, let's go to Julian.
Hi, I'm Julian, the other half of Jacqueline Hare, and I have played Jay. Yeah, I definitely think my favorite part was the whole, like, seeing the other side of Tsukiyomi, which is the side that I'm familiar with in mythology. So seeing that side there was fun, and I didn't expect how that conversation was going to go, and I thought that the condition is really fun. I don't know when I'm going to talk to Hokalani and Micah, but I'm assuming I have to call them soon.
Ow!
But I play in this game. I play in the Curse of Strahd game, where I play our resident light cleric, and I run Vampire ! At the Disco. You can also catch me on Guild of the Phoenix on Thursdays and Sundays for subsequent D&D games, Cyberpunk Red game, and / or another VTM Chronicle. There, I kept it short for you, Jesse.
Thank you.
I had fun.
Thank you. Var.
Hi, I play in all of these games. I played Johnny. I enjoyed just the general bullshit that happens when Tsukiyomi just appears and then Jay just turns into a mess because he loves his husband, but sometimes he has to fish, and that's what he's gonna.
I love my wife, but man, have I got to grill. Oh.
But I got to go also love my boyfriend over there, who's currently hiding underneath a carrot.
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
think
go
he
beat the
needs
shit out
to
of
make
him.
sure he's not
Like a
hyperventilating
scared
right
fucking
now.
cat.
Okay.
The hackles are up. Just completely raised.
I play in the other games on Monday. I play Woman, who is a warlock. That's great. She has a funny voice in her head, which is also pretty great. And then on the other Friday, I play Vampire Lady Bruja, who's often angry, but she's found some common ground.
Mark, can I say something real quick? I know this is prolonging this, but like, how do you know that it's him? How do you know it's not Strahd? Sorry, that was just a thought. Just a thought.
That's a cursed thought.
That's a curse thought. What a horrible night to have a curse.
I hate it.
Wait, Michael, what, Michael...
I feel Michael's like, what?
That-
What?
Michael has the eyebrows up so high, you know, like when you're trying not to express the eyebrows, you know, because you're like, so you're doing this?
I'm sorry. I had a galaxy brain moment.
Crack.
Anyway, my name is Jesse. I'm the other half of Jacqueline here. I'm running all those games. I already mentioned them. I had fun. I enjoyed the little roleplay pocket scenes, and I know it went a little bit long, and I apologize for that, but I feel like it was appropriate for everybody to get those little bits and bobs, and I hope everybody likes their 3D glasses. I hope everybody likes Hermes. I have to start,
man.
I'm going to have to start introducing, like,
Other pantheons?
other pantheons and stuff like that, and other
Introduce
gods.
more Deva gods.
Yeah, we are, because once we go on the train, that train adventure, ooh, it's gonna be Deva City. Also, you may not see the Yetzada. Some Persian gods to go with it.
Yay!
So there you go. Look forward.
I don't think Taylor gets the reasoning for it.
The Persian god. Okay, just really quick. So the Deva think that the Yetzada are Titans, and the Yetzada think the Deva are Titans.
Oh
They're
yeah.
both pantheons that you can play. They're both technically gods. They just call each other Titans because they hate each other so much. Anyway, that'll be...
Racism.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a little bit like that.
A
Anyway,
little bit catty.
give us a follow, give us a sub, so that way we could, you know, you can follow us and know when we're going to be running. Anyway, I gotta go. We gotta go. It's late.